What's up, stream? What's up, stream? Give me one moment.
Do you care if I ask you a quick question?
At work, that.
Do you care if I ask you a quick question?
What the heck?
Do you care if I ask you a quick question before we get out of here?
Yeah, no problem.
All right, guys. What's up, stream? We're going to play some Zelda today. And we're going to watch the most stupid debate I've ever seen on the internet. We're going to watch a debate between two vegans about ethically killing all the lions to save the zebras. Vegan Gains, who's kind of a thick boy, like he lifts and stuff, but he also just doesn't look healthy. And then Reasonable Vegan, who is not so reasonable in this debate. More reasonable than Vegan Gains, but not so reasonable. Along with that, we're going to be playing some Zelda. I don't really have any plans for what I'm doing in this stream in the game. I've got my stamina wheels up for the sword. Last time we did a poll, the poll said to get the Master Sword. But the thing is, all I got to do to get the Master Sword now is find the Golden Dragon whenever he's flying around in the sky. So if I see a dragon, I just need to see there's a dragon right there, but I don't know if it's the golden one. So if we see a dragon throughout our journeys, we just got to land on it. Like, I see a dragon right there, but it has to be the gold dragon. Eventually, there's a quest that will lead us to the Master Sword anyway. So we got 2 wheels of stamina. All right, enough of that. Let's listen. Oh my god, I got stuck in a thorpe hole. I was listening to Grace being kind of base, telling this lady she didn't get R-worded. She was just making up a story. It's pretty funny. But, so yeah, for the Master Sword, all I have to do is see a dragon. Let's see, I think there's a dragon. I just saw one. But see, I don't know. When you fast travel, I think they may move. We're pretty much just looking for dragons. I have the gliding suit now. There's a dragon right there. That's the blue one. That's not the golden one. I've already seen the blue one. We're gonna test something out real quick. I have the full gliding suit on, and apparently we don't take fall damage when we have the gliding suit on. So, like, see, now we can pretty much almost fly. We fly farther if we use our glider. But we can get a lot of distance with this dang gliding suit. So let's just hit a rock and see if I die. What the heck? I have the gliding suit on. Wait, what? Wait, they said no. They said no fall damage if you have the gliding suit on. Well, that didn't work. And then we'll watch maybe we'll watch the end of the Fishtank finale. My brother said I need to watch it, and I found a YouTube video of it. Apparently it's pretty wild. So, am I not wearing the full? I am. I'm wearing the full set. So why do I? Maybe they patched that out with the update. I thought I was supposed to take no fall damage. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Anyway, where are we going? We need hearts. So Where do we know that there's a lot of shrines? There's shrines over here. And there's the regional phenomena over here. Oh, see, I'm supposed to do stars for shrines. I did stamps. I don't know my symbols. I know there's a couple shrines over in this area that I never got. There's one right there. Shrines equal hearts. We need hearts. There's a pin here. There's probably a shrine right here, too. Let's just fly up and look for a shrine. Shrines equal hearts. Let's get this debate going. Watching this debate. It's hilarious. I've already watched it. I'll have some minor reactions to it. Hold on, let me find a shrine with it. Red? Red is a shrine. I also can power up my sages. Oh, I wonder what's up there. Should I try to make it to that Sky Island, or no? We're just gonna make it to the shrine. Ooh, that's a lot of stamina to get over there. Hey, there's a fairy thing right there. I actually want to mark that. Gold is fairies. The fairies are drag queens, by the way, in this game. They had to put a little bit of wokeness in it. But it's like comedic. It's like a comedic drag queen. When I finally... You know what? Maybe that's what I should do in this stream is unlock these fairies. Because I need to power up my armor. It's funny that the fairies power up your armor. The drag queen fairies. You think I'm joking, but I'm not. When we get to one, you'll see. Okay, this is no bueno. I may actually have to eat stamina food or I'm gonna drown. Oh, crap. Wasting food. Oh my god, that's such a good meal right there. That gives me 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hearts. My hearts are full, but it gives me a lot of stamina. How much stamina do I need? Let's try it with this. I think that should be enough. Ooh. Ooh, it's gonna be close, boy. Hey, we got it. Yeah, you better give me a staminella shroom after that flight. I spent all my freaking light orbs on stamina for the Master Sword. We have 2 full wheels of stamina, so we can get the Master Sword. Whenever we see the gold dragon, all we got to do is land on it, run up to its head. The sword will be stuck in its head. We have to pull the sword out of its head. And that's why you need 2 wheels of stamina, because it's like King Arthur's sword in the stone. You got to pull the sword out, so you need a lot of stamina. Combat training with shields. But you didn't take my weapons. I need to practice parrying and blocking and dodging. I'm good with the bow. And I'll usually run from them and try to hit them with the bow instead of going toe-to-toe with them, with the enemies. Because I'm not very good at parrying and blocking. Your attacks are ineffective here. Ready yourself. Perfect guard. Parry at the right time. See, this is what I need to learn. So this is actually perfect. So it's just sword, and then you hit A to parry. So it's pretty simple. What a perfect, like I was just talking about, I need to work on my blocking and parrying. And then we find the block and parry shrine. First try. That wasn't that hard. So that's how you kill Lionels. You parry them. Just choose your shield accordingly. Okay, so we can't have a metal shield. Yeah, that's not gonna work. All my shields are metal though. Oh, we got wooden shields over here. Alright. Hold on, let me parry this guy. No, I'm not worried about you right now. We gotta get a wooden shield. All my shields are made of metal, or they got rockets on them. Oh, these are crap. We'll drop both of these. That didn't do anything. He's not parrying. Parry the attack. Ah, rusty rod. A ruby rod. You've now proven. Proceed to the innermost chambers. Got you. I got you. Do I want a ruby rod? I mean, I guess a ruby rod's better than or electric rod's better than a zoanite sword with nothing attached to it. I think the electric one's better. Yeah, we're gonna leave that behind. Bow, bow. Dang, what? A mighty zoanite sword, 50 defense? Oh, crap. Let's get rid of these. Well, that's our new best shield. 50 base defense with nothing attached to it. All right, let me pull up this little debate action right here. All right, strap yourself in, guys, for the craziest
Okay,
debate.
so I was curious what your thoughts would be if, in a hypothetical world, humans are carnivores. So we're 100% not omnivore, just we can only survive off eating flesh.
Humans can only
Would you say that because we're intelligent enough to think it through and rationalize that we should let ourselves die off because that's the more moral thing? Or should we, would the moral thing be to eat as little as we needed to be as healthy as we can and then don't eat any further?
Yeah, if there's no other option, like, you know, like if we could eat formulated vegan food or lab-grown meat, then yeah.
How are we going to make it?
The ethical option would be to...
How are we going to make it to the point in society where we can make lab-grown meat as a carnivorous species if we don't eat meat to get to that point? What?
Kill off our species.
To kill off a species. Okay. Because I used to be on your side about the taking out predators.
Vegan Gains is all about being a vegan and lifting. He lifts heavy weights. He's jacked. He's got, you know, he's a strong dude. But just look at his energy level. He looks gaunt in the face. You know, like is just shucked in. You can build all that muscle with your supplements all you want, but it's not healthy muscle.
Predators until I thought about the fact that if I too was a carnivore, I have such a will to live that I would kill whatever animal I had to be healthy and survive, but I'd be morally opposed to eating further. But you
So reasonable vegans' argument is that if we're carnivore, our survival instinct, and it's ethical because of the survival of our species to just eat as much as we need. Quick kills, ethical kills, no playing with our food like the lions do, because a lion will sit there and eat a deer. When they start talking about it, I'll pull up a video.
Would just say we should let ourselves die.
Everybody is going to have an interest in their own survival, and your own interest in your own survival may be of greater interest than other ethical concerns you may have. But when it comes to shit like this,
I hate when it's raining. I can't see anything.
Suppose you weren't a carnivore and your, I don't know, alternative self that was a carnivore was trying to kill and eat you. Would you say that would be immoral?
No. Maybe. Let's see. I would find it somewhat justifiable, acceptable.
Well, I think you might think it's understandable.
Okay.
I don't know how you can think it's ethical to murder an innocent person just so that you.
Hey,
can
we got
live.
a new reward available.
And we're not even talking
about
about one innocent person. We're talking about like many over the course of a lifetime in order to sustain your existence.
I think the only explanation that's reasonable at all is I can't think of anything more important than continuing. Like, we are who we are. We aren't part of anything else. Once we're dead, once you are dead, once I am dead, we can't impact anything else in any other way. So yeah, it's noble to end your own life to save others. But I feel like my goal would be to get water, to get food, to get shelter. And once I'm good, then the moral acts are fine. But until then, like, that's kind of my... But it's probably just pure instinct and intuition to stay alive.
As crazy as it sounds,
Okay,
that's the most
so
reasonable
let's say
thing
you
you're
were
going to hear in
an
this
immortal
entire debate.
being and you could live forever, so you were a vampire. Do you think it's okay for you to kill an infinite amount of people?
Okay,
so
now we're
you
going
can
to the
keep-
vampires. So we just went into vampires. So we went from carnivorous. So the idea was carnivorous human, it would be moral to eat just as much as you need to eat to survive. But now he's going to move the goalpost and he's going to say, well, what if you were a vampire and you had to eat endlessly forever to survive because you're immortal? Ignoring the fact that vampires are immortal, I believe, regardless. In most, I mean, are they fake or are they real? I don't know. Vampires might be real. There is a disease called like hemoglobulate or something like that. I've Googled it before. It's a real thing. There's a disease out there where people need blood to live. I saw it in CSI, so it's got to be real. But fictional vampires, they don't die. They don't die if they don't have blood. They just get all shriveled up and weak. But they're immortal. They don't die. The only thing that kills them is sunlight and freaking a crucifix, a wooden stake through the heart, garlic. Their weakness isn't that they need blood. They just get weak if they don't have blood. But I don't think they die if they don't have blood. Anyway, this is the debate that we're listening to.
On living?
Oh man, that's tricky. That's a really good question. I've never heard that. Yeah, I mean, me being the person I am, I might go, okay, you know what? I've had a good run.
There's another fairy.
That's complicated. I give you the win on that without me even saying I don't know the answer to that.
Don't give him the win.
Yeah, the problem is I don't know how you could justify your own existence with a moral view where you think it's okay to just kill to survive.
Yeah, really. The only thing I can go off of is the surviving part. Like, I feel like you don't have kids, do you? You have.
No.
It's tougher with pets. I don't know if you would. Well, you don't like kids,
this is
right?
where they start
and you
comparing
love your
kids to
pet.
pets. Eventually, in this debate, never mind. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys.
Like, if you had to like sacrifice some random kid to save your pet, would you do it?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's
Sound of
ethical.
a drum? How
Yeah,
do I get
no,
sound
same
of a
here.
drum
I
What does that even
would
mean?
sacrifice a stranger to save my kid, but I don't think it's ethical. I would just do it.
The
Right,
And so
well,
same thing if I was a carnivore.
Again, I just wanted to make that distinction because there are things that I think we would find unethical, but we could agree are understandable.
I've got the whole map revealed except
and
for
we
one
could
spot.
empathize with the situation that we'd probably do the same thing, but we should still recognize it as morally wrong. It's just
and
that
we're gonna do
know,
Gerudo.
we have competing interests, and we just have a greater interest for our own
stage.
survival, or the survival of people we care about.
Yeah, definitely. And so what I think would be if there was a subset of like a human type thing that I could reason with, but also they were carnivores, and I came across one trying to kill somebody out in nature, like killing another person, and let's say we're not in a society where they have to follow laws. If I could kill the carnivore human that's going to kill an innocent human, I wouldn't do it if they were a carnivore, because if I put myself in both of their shoes, I'd want to survive if I was the one about to be eaten, and I'd want to eat the one if I was the carnivore, so I wouldn't do anything. But if that carnivore human killed somebody, ate them, and then killed somebody else for fun, and they were sadistic, I would easily kill that one because they're not doing it for survival.
We're just going to go over to that tower first.
And that's kind of how I feel about the whole predator thing. I've recently heard that like mountain lions torture their prey for like hours, and just various different felines might do it. So I would say that I think it's probably reasonable if there is a species that is known for torturing something instead of killing it.
Now he's talking about the lions, how they torture their prey for hours. They're not torturing their prey. They're just eating. They don't kill it. Let me demonstrate. Allow me to demonstrate. Yo, does this make me sadistic and crazy that I'm cracking up laughing right now? Because they're talking about getting rid of lions to save the dang zebras and the gazelles. And I'm playing a video of a lioness eating a baby gazelle alive while the lioness sisters and the wildebeest watch. Dang, poor little baby gazelle. Spoiler alert, the gazelle loses in this fight. Spoiler alert, if you don't like natural occurrences in the world, you might want to divert your eyes right now. Oh, now she's gonna clean it. Look, she's nice. She's being nice. She's licking it. She's cleaning it. She's cleaning it, baby gazelle. Oh, it's nice. She was carrying it by its neck. She was cleaning it. She's taking care of it. She hasn't taken a bite yet. Oh, now she might have just taken a bite. She's kind of taking. Oh yeah, she's kind of taking a bite. Oh, she's taking a bite out of crime. Oh, that gazelle's done for. Oh yeah. Yeah, that baby gazelle's done for. But she was being nice for a little while. All right, back to the debate. Sorry, vegans.
To eat it, to wipe it out, but something that strictly just kills quickly to eat because that's in their nature, I've been convinced that's not okay.
It's in their nature to slowly eat it. They don't kill it because it's like extra work. They're just eating. The video I wanted to show was actually a big old wildebeest, and there's two lions sitting there munching on its hide. And it's not that they're toying with their food. It's not that they're playing with their food. They just don't go out of their way to end the wildebeest's life. They could just bite his jugular and kill it real quick, but they don't think about life and death like that. They just think about food and not food. So it's not that a lion is being unethical because he doesn't slit the wildebeest's throat before he chews on its hide for 3 hours. He just chews on its hide while it's alive because they don't know what life and death is. They just know eat or don't eat. They don't eat because it keeps them alive. They eat because they just know they gotta eat, because that's how God made them. So when they're eating the wildebeest, and they're just chewing on its hide, and they're hanging out, bite its butt, and the wildebeest is laying there going, oh, oh, the wildebeest is freaking out, right? And the lion's just chilling. It's not that they're playing with their food. You're putting like human ideas of things onto this lion. The lion's not playing with its food. It's just freaking. It just doesn't kill it because it doesn't care that it's crying and moaning. It's just eating. It'd be like if you got if you're a vegan and man, I can't even think of a good example. Because your tomato, as soon as you pull it off the plant, you already killed it. You just ended its life quickly when you pulled it off the plant, you know. But if it's not like if there was some sort of plant that vegans could eat while it was still in the ground, well, you'd have to make sure you slit its throat first before you. It's so stupid. Stupid.
The arguments that I've just described.
So you wouldn't be in favor of culling carnivorous animals for that reason because you're too sympathetic for the idea of they're just trying to do it to survive.
Because they're acting in their own nature, but mostly,
meteors come down.
sadly, because I recognize that I would do the same thing.
Okay, so if there were xenomorphs,
Here we go with
from
the
aliens,
Now he's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
bring xenomorphs
do kill
in.
pretty quickly.
Now he's bringing xenomorphs in. He's talking about I don't think xenomorphs killed people in Aliens to eat them. I know they used humans as hosts. They put their babies into the humans, and then the babies would come out of Wrigley, you know. But I don't think the aliens were killing the humans for food. I think they were killing the humans because the humans came into their territory. The aliens are like, what the heck is this spaceship flying in our waters? What you doing in me waters? Is what the xenomorphs said. And the xenomorphs jumped on that spaceship. They're like, nothing, not fishing. And they're like, your hook's attached to me, raw mother liquor. And the xenomorphs went after the humans. It wasn't a eating thing. The xenomorphs didn't eat humans for food. They laid eggs in humans, and they killed humans because they overstepped their boundaries. That's right. Elon's going to run into that same problem. Once he goes into the wrong galaxy, some xenomorphs are going to jump on board, and it's not going to be unethical for the xenomorphs to wipe out the humans who crossed into their territory. Has nothing to do with meat eaters. I don't think xenomorphs were eating humans. Let me Google it. Let's see what Google says. Did xenomorphs... Did they eat them? I mean, maybe they ate them because... They do eat. Did xenomorphs eat people? In Alien vs. Predator, which I don't even know if that counts as canon. I don't even know if Aliens vs. Predator is canonical to the Alien series. In the novelization of Alien, the Xeno gets into a storage locker and eats everything from junk food to batteries. They eat anything that gives energy, basically, people included. Okay, but they're not strictly carnivores. So his example is stupid. We're talking about carnivores. Xenomorphs ate humans because humans came into their area and then they got eaten because they were in the way. And they actually used them in a parasitic relationship because they put their babies in them. That's a real example for all you abortion people out there. If you say that a child is a parasite in a mother, you're an idiot. But if a xenomorph puts its baby in you, that's a parasite. Okay?
You wouldn't be in favor of wiping them all out so that, say, humans could live?
Are they doing it strictly to survive?
Yeah.
Or sorry, like they're going to consume the humans?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
they eat people.
Then I would
they don't
only
eat
do it.
people. They eat anything. They eat everything. They eat anything. And it's actually, we have one non-canonical and one novel reference to an alien eating a person. But it wasn't like that's not what they got their substance from, was the people. They ate the people because the people weren't where they were supposed to be, which is on Earth.
As my own protection, similar to a gazelle, which is like one of the
so
fastest
you'd let other
animals on
people
Earth.
die, but you just do it to, you'd only defend yourself.
No, I do feel a strong need to defend my fellow humans, but probably only if I'm in a
That's a
society
camp,
with
I
them.
think.
If I was not
I'm
in a
about to
society and
land
I
in
was
it.
in nature in like
I have to
a
land.
tribe of like 20 or
We
50,
might be
I would
freezing
defend the
when we land.
entire tribe. If I'm in, but so yeah, I might have such a natural kinship to other humans that I would save them from something like the xenomorph.
Okay, so if you were living, I'm assuming you're in the United States.
Yeah.
If you heard xenomorphs were running around Africa, they were on an asteroid. They landed in Africa, and they're just killing black people. You wouldn't be in favor.
I just
of,
died?
Getting rid of.
I
the
don't
xenomorphs?
understand. I'm not supposed to take fall damage when I'm wearing the glasses.
Sorry, I just got distracted
Because
by
they're
an
not
element
part
of
of
that.
your culture or tribe or anything.
And you're saying that this species came from somewhere else, and they are doing it strictly to eat. They are
Yeah.
consuming these people in Africa because they need to eat, and that's their only reason.
And he brings the race thing into him like a gotcha. Well, what if these xenomorphs were in Africa eating all the black people? Then would you say that it was bad? What are you talking about, dude? What the heck is really going on?
Yeah. Gotcha. No, I think I would feel a kinship to humans.
How do
in
you
general.
got it?
That's a good point.
You can't.
Then I
think-
don't know how you can't extend that to animals.
Oh,
like
you know what?
in the
You know
trait.
what? I don't know if it is necessarily a kinship. I think it might be something like me recognizing that if they're in Africa killing the Africans, they at some point could make it to me. So power in numbers, probably wipe them out for that reason. If they're just in Africa, they're going to wipe them out and go back. That becomes more complicated.
Are we still talking about black people?
I don't know if I'm not
'Cause
on
if
the
so,
line
this is
and my
horrible.
loved ones are on the line. It's a little different. I don't know.
What are we
Right,
talking
so
about?
You wouldn't extend that same sort of sympathy.
We've gone from
to
lions
animals,
and
though.
gazelles
You'd
to
let other animals kill other
xenomorphs to
animals.
vampires to killing
If it's
black
strictly
people in
for
Africa.
survival and there's no torturing going on, that's where I'm at right now. I mean, a month ago, I was on your side of the wiping out predators.
Well, I would like you to name the trait then. If you'd extend that sort of sympathy to other
Wiping
human
out
beings, where you would
predators.
kill predators.
These vegans
for
who
their
don't
own
want to kill
survival.
animals, they don't
why
want to
wouldn't you
eat
extend that
meat.
sympathy to
Don't
animals?
hurt the animals.
Yeah, I don't think I have too good of reason. My first reason would
Are
be defense for myself.
Validating.
Which is why
Wiping out all
if
predators.
I thought they were going to leave Africa and come to me, it's better for us to take them out. If they're just in Africa, then I think it
This
just
is the
comes down,
stupidest
and
debate
so my loved
ever.
ones aren't there. I do know some people in Africa, and I care about them, but my loved ones aren't there. So I think it would just be some kind of instinctual kinship
place?
thing. But I really wouldn't feel that bad. If a stranger dies, I've been thinking about it recently. My only concern with their death is that I know I want to continue, so I would think they probably did. And so, but it's a stranger. I don't have much to think about them, and the xenomorphs are strictly doing it for survival.
No,
the
they're not.
strange instinctual kinship makes me lean towards
They're
the
doing it for
trying to
defense.
kill the xenomorphs to save them. But that's about it. Right now on the spot.
Yo,
Yeah.
if this guy,
Okay,
you're not gonna
so
wipe out the
your
xenomorphs,
only
my
real
boy.
reasoning is just like an emotional.
not
sort of
Wrigley
connection
with
to
a
other
dang old
humans, whereas You
walker.
don't have that for animals.
I have an emotional connection to animals and probably to xenomorphs, I guess. I
You
don't
have an
know much about
emotional
them.
connection to animals. That's the gayest thing I've ever heard.
In the sense of if they can suffer, I have an emotional connection to their
bestiality
suffering.
right
Well,
there.
I'm saying like you'd give another human being the sympathy to where you'd intervene and kill the xenomorph if it's killing another human being.
You're not killing
but
no
you wouldn't give that
xenomorphs.
sympathy to,
You're gonna get a freaking what do
like
they call
a
it?
lion killing a peacock.
There's a scientific
Yeah,
word.
the
for
main
when they
reason I
have
wouldn't is
extra
because
mouth
I,
inside of the mouth.
with whoever's involved,
You're
I
gonna
like
get
to put
that thing
myself
through
in their
your
shoes,
skull.
and so I get the idea of the xenomorph trying to do it for survival. And yeah, if there's no sadistic element, so the only reason that it changes slightly for humans, aside from the strange, unexplainable kinship,
The
would
heck
be
am I supposed to
my
be doing
knowledge
here?
that humans
Am I riding a
know
sled?
what existing is, and they know what a future is, and so that puts humans a little higher on the list. If it's a
This
if
is
it's
like
an
the
instant
abortion
death,
argument. What if they're in a coma?
I don't think zebras.
Then their life's not valuable
If
because
you
they
could
don't know what
get
existence
them to be
is.
able to talk, they would be able to talk about existing, because I don't think they know what existing is.
I don't think you know what existing is.
That's not enough reason for me to kill them, but that's enough reason for me to not kill something else.
What's the point of this? I can just walk up this.
Okay. That would go for the lion too, though, right?
Yes, that would go for the lion,
So
which is
then
why
why
I
wouldn't
would
you just
not
kill the
I would
lion?
not intervene. I could put myself in both shoes, and I'd say if I was a carnivore, I'd want to
That's
eat
too
to
easy,
survive.
game.
Well, then this is weird because you're saying
Game, that's too easy.
If animals don't have,
I don't like it. It's
like
too easy.
knowledge of existence, and they don't
We
have
need to get a little more
as much
complex
of
than
an
that.
interest in existing due to that.
What's up,
That
Lord
would be the
Bibby?
case for the lion. So why wouldn't
Oh.
you choose the option where
Have me
wiping
roll
out all
some of your chats
predators would just leave these?
Well, you've been
animals
missing
to
a great
exist
stream
peacefully?
so far.
Yeah,
because
so
I'm
that
roasting
explanation
these
for
freaking
was
dumb
part of
vegans.
why I would save a human from a xenomorph,
just going
but
back and
not
forth.
save a lion or a zebra
They
from a
want to
xenomorph.
kill the lions.
Not why I would save the zebra, not the lion.
They want to kill these beautiful
Well,
lions. who just wanna
supposedly
eat a
the
baby deer.
xenomorph would also not understand existence because it's an
Xenomorphs
animal
are
too.
fake. It's fictional.
Oh, fair enough.
I don't know why you'd have an interest in keeping it alive then.
No,
If
fair
it
enough.
has the same lack of interest
This
for
debate
its
has
own
been nothing
existence.
but
Yeah. So
hypotheticals.
if a lion tried to kill a human, I'd probably kill the lion. So if the xenomorph,
Well,
does-
no, I'm
just
talking
said you
about
would
in the
kill
animal
lion
context.
they kill zebras.
Like
Yeah.
if they both have an equal level of disregard for their own existence, why wouldn't you be in favor of killing the lion, since it also doesn't
Dark in
have
here.
much of an interest to exist, as you assume these prey species do?
'cause
And
it-
if you kill the predator species, well then the prey species can just live peacefully.
These guys don't
And I mean-
understand how much the entire ecosystem. And they touch on that at the end. They're like, well, and this is all assuming the ecosystem wouldn't be affected. You want to wipe out every predator on Earth. What do you mean the ecosystem? Assuming the ecosystem wouldn't be affected. God, vegans are the worst.
Like you could be wrong about this too, right? Maybe they do understand existence and have existential thoughts. Like, wouldn't the safer option be to kill the predatory species?
so the
That would
the
make
not
you-
knowing of
listen.
existence has
Oh my God. If you are a vegan and you think we should kill predatory species in order to stop them from being from killing other species, you are a predator. Kill yourself. What the?
has no connection to what I would do with the lion, the zebra thing. But
It's
yes,
it's even worse. It's even worse than being a predator, because at least the predator is killing to eat and to survive. You just want to kill them for some sort of moral, freaking, what's it called? Venus flytraps or xenomorphs. You just want to kill them for some moral high ground, for some virtue signaling. You want to wipe out all the beautiful lions. Look at these beautiful lions. Yes, the lion is eating a baby deer. You know. Yeah, it kind of cleans the baby off a little bit, but then it starts taking bites. Yeah, I get it. It's beautiful. That's nature. I think this is amazing. Look at this lion. It's just taking a little chunk out of this little baby deer. What's up, Flat?
I feel like
why did you bring that up as a
Vegan
reason
Gains is
for why
looking-
you wouldn't bother intervening?
Looking weak.
it's why I would
he
I
can
would
lift a
intervene
lot of
for
weights, but he
human
just doesn't look
and not
strong.
an animal. So with animals, I would just let it be. But
Because they don't
the
have an
end is right
interest
there. Why don't I
in
just go straight
existence
to
to
the
the
end?
degree that we do.
Correct. Sorry.
Okay, so
Oh,
that would
they're
also
teaching
apply
me
to
how
the
to
prey
travel
species.
across the sand better.
So a lion
Yeah.
would have the same lack of interest to exist as, say, a gazelle.
Lack of
Yeah, no, I
predators
totally
to
agree. Yeah.
Survive.
So then, wouldn't the better option be to just kill the lion, since you
No!
believe it doesn't have as much of an interest to exist?
You're a damn lion murderer.
And then you'd also improve the quality of life.
What kind of vegan
for all these
advocates
other
for
prey
murdering
species.
lions?
Yeah, so I don't have a strong stance on if one were to go or not. The reason
I wouldn't say it's
wouldn't
beautiful.
kill either
I think
is
it's
because
beautiful.
if I put myself in either their shoes, I would want what
I
they
love
both want. If I was the
watching
gazelle,
nature.
I'd want to get away, and if I was the lion, I'd want to eat. And so I'm just fine with not intervening. That added detail about the caring of existence was just part of why I would save my own species
Okay,
in
well,
the
Do you believe
I
they
think Shark
care
Week is coming
about
up.
not suffering?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so then you should be in favor of killing the predatory species.
They don't know anything about
because
xenomorphs.
in any kind of death in nature,
Or
you're going to have
vampires.
a painful death.
Yeah, so if I were to intervene,
Painful
if I
death.
had all the time in
now
the
we gotta
world
make it
to
a
not
nice
step on
death for
ants
the
and to also
lions.
be out in the safari, if a lion was killing a zebra and the zebra didn't get away, and I was a good shot and I could shoot the zebra in the head
I don't
and
think you're a good shot,
make it
buddy.
not have a painful death, I would do that out of
Boo!
mercy.
Well,
You asked
why
me this.
wouldn't you kill the lion to prevent the future suffering and death of other zebra?
If I was the lion, I'd want to eat the zebra.
Yeah, but you,
Oh, no.
you acknowledge that both of these animals have
Oh, we
a
did.
similar degree of, like a similar lack of caring for their own existence.
Yeah, so I care about
the
each of them.
It gets
equally.
worse.
Yeah.
It gets worse because they're gonna start
the option
justifying.
which results in less
never mind.
pain and
I'll
suffering.
let you hear.
Would
It gets
probably
much
be the
worse.
better option, right?
Oh, you think killing all the vampires and all the xenobite, all the xenomorphs?
In general, something like that.
bad?
Which is why I did.
Right.
I did say that if it was, if they
Remember,
were
the
sadistic
original-
and they were just playing with them, or
Well,
they were.
you don't have to be.
Remember, the original question is if a human was an actual if a human was an actual carnivore. If you were born as an actual carnivore, not like a Jordan Peterson carnivore diet, you know, which I would do if I could afford it. Just eat meat. I'd eat eggs and bacon in the morning, and no lunch. If I have a little lunch, if I need a lunch, maybe like a tuna salad wrap, you know, so it's not totally carnivore. Put a little onion and celery up in that tuna wrap, you know, maybe a little pickle. That's about it. And then dinner, steak and potatoes. So not totally carnivore, but for the most part. And I don't even need the potatoes. Really, potatoes aren't that good for you. It's just more filling. But I could just go steak. I could go bacon and eggs for lunch, tuna, bacon and eggs for breakfast, tuna for lunch, steak for dinner. But that's expensive as a mug. Can't afford that in this economy, not in Biden's America. But yes, the debate originally started out, if a human was born a carnivore, would it be ethical, a true carnivore? Like they can only eat meat. If they ate any vegetables, they would die. They have to eat meat to survive. Would it be ethical to off that person? So, yeah, it's going to get worse.
Be sadistic. Like if I wanted to kill somebody in self-defense, they may suffer a horrible, horrible death. I'm not necessarily being sadistic. I could accidentally blow half their face off, and then they just slowly bleed out while
I
like
bet
their
he's
head
blown
is
a
in
lot
just
of
tremendous
stuff.
pain from getting
Yeah.
shot. Like I mean, same thing happens in the wild. Like a lion might want to kill something as quickly as possible, but it takes like 5 minutes for the lion to actually kill it. So like
Let's
again,
go.
assuming they both have a similar lack of care for their own
It takes
existence,
more than 5 minutes.
why wouldn't you kill the lion if, even if you don't care about their life or death,
Ooh, are you
you
Canadian?
do care about their suffering, correct? So like the decision that reduces the most amount of suffering would be the best one.
Yeah, it's very possible. Again, I'm on the fence. About a month ago, I was on the side of taking out the
try and get
predators
over there.
until I put
We'll
myself
just-
in the shoes
we'll
if
just
I
take
was a
the
predator.
airship over there.
But since we're
Okay,
talking
well,
about
what if you put yourself in the shoes of the prey?
same
Sounds
thing.
like you're only putting yourself in the shoes of the predator.
No, I used to only put myself in the shoes of the prey, and now I do both. So I root for both because if I needed food, I would want to eat it if I was a carnivore. But no, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, if we ever perfect everything and become the best vegans of all time,
Well,
then-
wait. If you're going to do this sort
why
of
the
a
heck?
mental experiment where you try to
the heck?
empathize with each position, so you are empathizing with the predatory species because you would want to do that if you were in their situation. You'd want to kill and prolong your existence. And if you were in the prey species, you would want to do everything you could to survive. So you would kill the predatory species trying to kill you. If you can empathize with both at the same time, I think it would make more sense to side with the prey species or the prey species.
if you're right that there's a large
I
amount of
have only
suffering,
ate
I definitely
meat today,
agree with you. I
steak
care.
strips
Suffering is the
in
main
the
thing
air
I
fryer.
care about.
Nice.
If I could snap my fingers and either would die, if we're just like
Josh, are Cenobites in the Bible. Cenobites. I feel like Cenobites are like not xenomorphs, but maybe they're from the Alien movies, or they're from. Are Cenobites the face huggers? I don't think they're in the Bible. What's a Cenobite? Oh, from Hellraiser. Ah, okay, yeah. I knew they were from a horror movie. Yeah, the Cenobites. Are they in the Bible? I don't think so. I've never heard of them in the Bible. I know they're the guys in Hellraiser. I knew they were from a horror movie. I was thinking it might be the balls from that Wishmaster movie. Cenobites in the Bible. I mean, aren't they just like demons? Cenobites are religious who, by contrast with hermits or anchorites, live their life in common. Precise usage. What are Cenobites in the Bible? The Eremitic monks, hermits, lived alone in a monastery consisting of merely a hut or a cave. The Cenobitic monks, or the Cenobites, lived together in monasteries. So apparently they are in the Bible. It's a group of monks, which makes sense that when they're naming the monsters in the horror movie, they take something out of the Bible. Where did the term Cenobite come from? Old French Cenobite, Ecclesiastical Latin, Ancient Greek. Interesting. I had read a long time ago that the word was in the Bible, and I know Clive Barker used the Bible as inspiration. Yep. Sounds about right, Lord Bibby. I think you are correct. Apparently, they're monks who live alone in huts. Cenobites are different from a lot of demons in fiction by the fact that they have human origins. Almost all Cenobites started existence as a. Now, that's the Hellraiser Cenobites. So, biblically, the Cenobites were just a monastic tradition that stretches community life. Christian monasticism. So it was just these monks that lived out in the mountains and in caves and stuff alone. Are religious who, by contrast with hermits or anchorites, live their life in common. Oh, wait. Whereas the aromatic monks, hermits, lived alone in a monastery consisting. Oh, no. Okay, so the monks lived alone as hermits or in caves. But the Cenobitic monks were the opposite. They lived in groups, and they kind of one or more complex several buildings, and they actually went amongst the people. They lived more common lives. So they weren't the type of monks who go out into the middle of nowhere and be a hermit by themselves in the woods. They were monks amongst the people. Monks amongst the people. Something like that. Interesting. Fun fact.
Narrowing it down to this case of one zebra, one lion, and not looking at the future of other zebras.
Well, it's like 100 or 1,000 zebra, one lion, something like that.
Sure.
So,
yeah.
So if we're gonna give empathy to both groups, don't you think, based on that scale, for one lion you have to kill, I don't know, 100 zebra or something over its lifetime? Wouldn't you say, because of that scale, the zebra deserve more empathy? So the lion should be killed.
It's tough because my main focus is myself, and if I was a carnivore, I wouldn't want somebody to snap me or my species out of existence. But no, I mean, I think I do kind of lean that direction where. Right now, my stance is I'm leaving it to nature, but I don't really see a huge problem if it does not affect the ecosystem, and we could just snap all large cats out of existence if somehow that didn't affect the ecosystem. I'm not totally against that.
Assuming if this wouldn't affect the ecosystem in a negative way,
I was actually
would cause more deaths.
Did Nick ever go off?
If we're gonna do this thought,
did American Anchor Baby ever go off today? Because at like 1:20, I was like, I don't think it's gonna start, so I'm gonna find something else to watch. And I was waiting for Anchor Baby to start, and I ended up stumbling onto the Grace Thorpe's channel again, and got stuck there for like an hour and a half listening to mess. Just straight up mess. It, apparently some lady, but it was kind of base. Grace was being kind of base, but she's gonna get her channel banned quick with what she was saying. Now that she's kind of popping off and getting more notice, she's gonna get her channel banned quick because she was basically. I don't like this term, but I'm gonna use the liberal term because it's best for me to say it on YouTube. She was victim blaming an R word victim pretty hard, and I was like, "Let's go," because it was like this lady, her story did not make any sense, and and she's talking about how she got an anesthesiologist or whatever put her under, and then she was floating above her body, and she saw the doctor say that she had nice tits, and I'm like, you're tripping balls. You're on anesthesia. Your brain is fried right now. You think you're astral projecting, and and, and anyway, this lady was crazy, and Grace was just laying into her like your story is BS. You're bogus. It was pretty based actually. Do they have even topics now, or is it still just mess? It's kind of still just mostly mess. It's kind of just whatever happens. The tatas. But yeah, but Grace made a video out of it. It's pretty she was roasting this girl, and I agreed with everything Grace was saying, but I was like, damn, like, and with the title of the video, I was like, you're gonna get hit for this. I get worried for other people's channels when they do stuff, and I'm like, oh no, they're pushing the edge a little bit. I do it myself. Bibby does it too. When Bibby comes out with a short and the title is a little too edgy, I'm like, oh no, Bibby. And then he'll message me saying, oh, I just got a 1 week ban. I'm like, yeah. With that title, my dad bet my brother he couldn't stand in our field alone for a half hour after watching Children of the Corn. A cornfield? Cornfields are just naturally scary. Or like mystical, you know? You either want to go play in a cornfield or you want to stay away from a cornfield. Never just in the middle. You don't ever want to go harvest corn. Nobody's trying to harvest corn and like live the farm life. But you see a cornfield and you don't live on a farm, you're like, ooh, I wonder, let's go find a maze. Maybe there's alien symbols in there. Maybe there's a lost baseball field. Who knows? Let's go explore. Or you're like, something's eerie about that. Something's eerie about that. I've been reading too much Stephen King. I'm not going in there. We found a new village. What's up, village? Y'all aren't the people that I want. I want the Gorons. Any of you guys got a quest? Quest? Anybody got a quest? No? No quest? I don't see no quest. Dang, she's thick. Is that Lizzo? What up, girl? You got me second guessing my titles like a mug. I like to, well, I don't know. I don't know if I do this. I try to hide my bias with my titles so that I get people from both sides in the comments, you know? So if I do a clip of Biden, even if it's a gaffe and it's making fun of him, I'll try to make the title and the picture so that people who like Biden will watch it. And then they'll see it and then they get all mad. Did you see the Power Ranger chick? The Yellow Ranger? It's not the Asian girl from the first season, but she was real early in the show. It was like Power Rangers SBD or something. Power Rangers Special Victim SVU, Special Victims Unit. Something like that. Like the 20th different Power Rangers. I don't want to go to the inn. I don't want to sell you anything either, lady. I don't want to be in this place. I want to go do the Goron Shrine because we'll do Gorons before Gerudos. But I do want to do this tower. So let's hit this tower up. I saw her just for research purposes. Strictly research purposes. Clickbait is not a crime. I agree. I agree. It's not a crime. It is kind of cringe though sometimes. I don't like some levels of clickbait. You know, where it's like blatant fake clickbait. And you watch the video. I don't know. I never got into like the prank videos except for Ross. I like Ross Creations, Vlog Creations. Cuz he's from Tampa. And also whatever happened to the Jug Squad? He started, you know what happened with Jug Squad is when COVID happened, he started what's his name? I can't remember his name. But he started doing videos talking about COVID. And he was not a fan of it because these are Florida boys with dreadlocks who surf and skimboard and skateboard with trash bags and hurricanes and stuff like that. These are Florida boys love some adventure, you know? Straight up. I know for a fact because I am. And so you tell us, oh, you might get the sniffles if you go outside. We ain't playing that game. So I think when COVID happened, he started coming out, and that was like kind of like the death of Jug Squad. He kind of switched his content up a little bit to like streaming and talking about the news. And I haven't heard much from Jug Squad, or maybe they just haven't been making a lot of videos. I don't know. You know who I'm talking about? Jug Squad. Ooh, if I can make it to this rock, I can build a glider to get over there easy. Oh yeah, we're getting to this rock all day. All day, boys. Okay, let's get back to this bait. I did a couple sessions of research. I was like talking about it last night. I was like, where's Lord Bibby at? Where's Lord Bibby at? He needs to see this. Oh man, you never heard of the Jug Squad? Dude, they put like 6 trampolines on top of each other in the ocean. I'll play a little bit of their stuff after.
Thought experiment where you would occupy someone else's mind, and you had to live the life of one lion. And
I'm pretty sure they went broke. Remember they were on Impulsive? I don't know if you remember this, but they were on Impulsive, and I think they got kicked off or they walked off or something because one of the guys was asking about their financial. He's like, you guys are buying all this jewelry and all this stuff. Are you investing your money? Because you came up quick. You made a lot of money off this video. You went viral, blah, blah, blah. But are you investing your money and things like that? Because if this doesn't last, you know, you need to be investing. You need to be saving. And they're like, nah, we're good. We're good. We're good. And I think now they're bankrupt. They're selling all their jewelry and all their stuff. Yo, I keep finding these mazes. That looks like a really simple maze. If you walk in right there, you just go straight back to the end. That can't be the maze. I haven't done one yet, but I keep seeing them from the sky. Okay, what'd I come up here for? Oh, I'm looking for the tower. I think it's like under me. Where'd the tower go? I need to see it before I launch the glider. I actually think it's like back this way. I need to mark it on my map. Before we fly off on this glider, we need to mark where we're going on our map. Where the heck am I going? Where's the tower? It's right there. Let's mark it. It's going to be cold over there, but we got cold clothes. One of them got arrested for slapping their girlfriend and pushing her in a pool. What the? Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's going to be a... Well, too bad we don't have E, True Hollywood Story, or any of that stuff anymore. Because they would be on E. 10 years from now, there will be a what happened to the Island Boys? Do I want to put a rocket? I have 2 rockets on my shields already. I don't need any more. We don't have a control console, and I don't want to build one because I don't think I have any in my inventory. So, unfortunately, we just got to go with it. We just got to go with it. We're going to need to turn sharply. Hey, I got a butterfly. They have more than one song? I mean, I don't think so. Not more than one known song. We need to turn sharply. Turn, 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 turn. Oh, I'm already out of battery? Are you freaking kidding me? That's alright. If we can get set up right, we can just glide there. Alright, we're free flying. We're going to that pillar of lights way over there. Our glider's going to give out eventually, but that's okay. Let's look for any shrines while we're down here. I'm taking damage from cold. I'm taking damage from cold. So I need to put on my cold gear. Put on my winter gear. There we go. Okay, our glider's almost out. We want to get a good jump off this glider before it falls out. Oh, wow. Oh, if we keep it from going up too high, it... Oh, this is going to be rough. This is going to be rough. We're not going to make it. We're not going to make it. I got to get through this. If we can land right there, we should just be able to run up to there. That'll be fun. I got to get through this. I gotta make it,
And you also had to live the life of 100 zebra, and all of those 100 zebra
what
end
are
up
these
getting
freaking guys
killed,
talking about?
like, by that lion. Wouldn't you rather just not live the life of that lion so that you could live the life of those zebra peacefully?
Oh my god.
So if you had to jump from mine to
so
mine to mine each
stupid.
time you died, and wouldn't you prefer to be the lion, get shot, killed, and then when you live as the zebra, you don't get brutally murdered 100 times over?
You can only get murdered once.
Yeah. I mean, if I had to choose which one of those things to be, sure, yeah.
Well, no, it's not choosing which one to be. I'm saying you have the sequence. You have the sequence where you have to live life as a lion.
Very cold over here. It's very cold.
And then when you die, you get reincarnated, and then you're zebra. Then you die, you get reincarnated, you're zebra.
We have an ice element.
And for the zebras, you have to do that 100 times. For the
elemental.
lion, you do that once.
Yeah.
Now, if you had to go
ice
through that whole
elementals don't like
sequence,
fire.
would you rather live life as a lion,
And I miss like
kill
an idiot.
100 zebra over your lifetime, and then suffer the same fate you
freaking
inflicted
disappeared.
on those zebras as a lion, but now you have to suffer
I
that
froze
as
my
the
egg.
zebra? Or would you rather get shot and killed by a hunter, like an ethical hunter who wants to kill carnivorous animals, as the lion, and then when you get reincarnated as the zebra, you can live peacefully,
Quit
you don't suffer a
freezing me.
horrible, gruesome death by a lion?
Well, I don't believe in reincarnation, but as far as the hypothetical goes, yeah, if I had to live lives over and over,
Everything is
again,
freezing me.
I would take the being a lion that gets shot and comes back as a
And we
zebra
have a
that
red
gets to
moon.
live its life out. Sure.
Right, and the reason for that is you can recognize there's a far greater degree of rights violations and suffering caused by the lion than caused by the zebras.
Yeah, but the problem with rights violations, I don't believe in a natural right.
I know. We're assuming we'd grant these rights to animals.
Well, we could grant them from ourselves.
We don't even need
but-
to. We don't even need
Why
to.
can I not hit this guy?
Consider it a right. Let's say violation of liberty, if you want to use a different term.
Wait, he's dead.
Gotcha. Yeah. I don't know. It's definitely complicated. I don't know what the approach would be, but yeah, I people have called me crazy for having the same stance you had about wiping out predators.
Again, if you
'Cause it is
personally
crazy.
had to be in the set of experiences, you'd want to get shot and killed as the lion and then live life as the zebras peacefully. Well, you have all of these minds, and if you could accept that for yourself, I don't know why you can't accept that in the animal context.
Well, because I'm choosing for
Si,
others
Samino,
what's going to happen when I
Camino
don't have to. I
Sao,
can leave
hola.
it to nature. And I don't mean don't have to because I don't want
Josh
to
about
have
to
to
play
choose.
some Island
I
Boys?
mean, because if somebody was choosing for me, I'd want them to stay out of it.
Different kind of Island
I
Boys.
mean,
When
I-
you're
We're gonna play
talking
some
about
Florida
like
Boys.
so many minds that are being brutally murdered versus one mind that's benefiting from all this murder, that seems
Seesaw, we're
like
watching the
a
stupidest debate I've ever seen
disproportionate
on the
amount of
internet.
sympathy that you're giving to the lion.
Well, I'm choosing to stay out of it, but I don't. I get
Not
what
the
you
Island
mean.
Boys.
But I don't know how to view it any other way since I would not
Get
want
off
to
me!
be killed. But I guess me not wanting to be killed doesn't matter in a sense. So it would really just come down to,
In a sense?
would we humans
In
have
a
the
sense?
ability to know how we're affecting the ecosystem and take it one at a time? I believe there's possibly a future where that's the reasonable choice. I'm just not convinced of it yet. But that makes me want to ask you a question then. If all fish, which I'm not sure if they are, if all fish are carnivorous... Well, before I ask about the fish, if you killed a
No,
lion
all
to save
fish
the
are not
zebra, would you
carnivorous.
consider it not vegan or not moral to eat the lion?
I'd say it's morally neutral for the most part. I'd recommend against it just because of zoonotic disease transmission.
Okay.
Zoonotic.
But
just on a
assuming
moral
that's not an
stance.
issue,
The heck is
in
that?
a vacuum, yeah, it would be morally neutral. It'd be up
How are
to
they
you.
going to say something really
Okay, so
smart?
with fishing,
in the middle
aside
of a
from the
really dumb
issues that we
debate?
have going on today, if all fish were carnivorous, would that mean that it's morally acceptable to go fishing, kill and eat the fish, because the more you fish and kill, the less suffering is
I
going
don't
to
know if
happen
I'm
in the
going to be
ocean?
able to climb
Well,
this.
not necessarily.
because of the
So
ice.
you have very large fish that kill smaller fish So
If you a jerk,
if there's this
you
big
reincarnate
fish
into a
eats the
cockroach.
smaller fish eats the smaller fish situation
Camino reminds me
going
of
on,
Gran Torino.
the big fish
I just
killing
watched
eating
that for the first time the other day.
smaller
Fantastic
fish
movie. It's a good movie.
would prevent a greater degree of rights violations.
Them little Asian kids love Clint Eastwood.
So it depends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, gotcha.
I'm not sure I'm
Them little
agnostic,
gooks.
but let me ask
Oh,
you
I
this,
can't say that
do
on
you
YouTube.
believe in the idea of animal rights? Should they be added to our legal system and protected against murder?
So as
I
far as the
disavow.
legal
I
system
disavow
goes, I don't
myself.
know what
a
amount
joke
of studies
from
I
the
think
movie.
need to be done before it goes into law. But
heck?
if we were... If
Well, no.
we-
If we were to sign a bill into law, you cannot murder animals.
Yeah.
And the circumstances in which you can murder an animal would be same circumstances that would apply to a human. So if a dog
Yeah.
was gonna rip you to shreds, you can shoot and kill the dog, but otherwise you can't
gotta find a
kill a
cave.
cow because you want to eat it.
Yeah,
Would
so
you not be in favor of that?
I would be in favor of it only with
Cave,
the
cave,
knowledge
cave.
that
Looking for a
no
cave,
human would
looking
need
for
an
a
animal
cave.
product to be at optimal health, which I don't think we do. So we're probably good to go. But
I
I
think you're
don't.
wrong.
I wouldn't personally put it into law right now
No human
because I would
needs
want
an
there to be
animal
more
product
studies.
to be optimal health. I
But in
disagree.
general, I think I am.
So you'd be okay with humans killing and eating animals if supposedly somebody would need it to be in absolute optimal ideal health?
Yeah, so if humans eating what humans are designed to eat, or whatever, if there was 100% health, and let's say veganism at its best put us to 80%, which I don't think is the case. If it did, I would say that I find it acceptable, even if morally wrong,
I gotta find
to
a cave to
eat
get
enough
into this
animals to
tower.
get to 100% health.
I'm assuming
But
the
I don't think
cave
we
is
need
so
it.
below.
What if somebody
The tower.
needed animal products to be at 100% health,
There's a cave over
but
there.
they weren't doing other things to get to 100% health, so they weren't exercising enough, or maybe they drank occasionally?
It would be
Do you
hard
think
to
it's
put.
okay for them to kill and eat animals?
It'd be hard to put that into law, but I would. If the animal part they were eating was healthy, but they were also doing something unhealthy like smoking, I don't think I'd have any thoughts on that other than they're stupid.
But you'd permit them to eat animals.
Oh, there's the cave right there.
If the eating animals improve their health, I would not want it illegal.
I don't know why the hell you'd care. And by the way, how the hell could
I
you
wouldn't
justify
care-
your own existence?
Whoa!
I wouldn't care
Somebody
about
could kill and eat
that
you.
individual. Yeah, which is why I think we need a society
Nice.
that
Key
defends
sidewalls. We need
humans
those.
at all
Come here,
costs.
bats. Where you at?
Like humans need
Okay,
protection.
so you're speciesist. So you think,
Definitely.
Okay, so you like what? Name the trait for me. Like the trait between humans and animals, where
There's no
you'd
trait.
be okay with killing and eating animals if somebody needed it for ideal health, but you wouldn't be okay with somebody killing and eating a human for ideal health.
Yeah, only because we would want to feel safe. We'd want to feel that we are in a society that protects us. Correct. Yeah.
So there is no trait.
The trait that would make me prefer people even outside of a society to not kill humans if they needed flesh to survive, and human flesh was equal with cow or whatever
hearty
flesh.
truffle, nice.
The only trait that I could
All right, I think
mention
they want us to
would
make a
be
boat.
the knowledge of existence and
on
the
a
want
boat.
for a future.
I'm on a boat.
But
Okay, so you'd
or
be
a
okay with killing
kinship.
children.
Would I be okay with not in a society with laws?
Here it is. Not in a society of laws. If we didn't have laws, I would be okay with killing children because if children eat meat, I'm okay with killing children. That's what he's saying. But since our society has laws, you know, this is all hypothetical. But what if the society didn't have laws? Then you're okay with killing children because they eat meat.
Well, if the only trait you can mention is knowledge of existence and I don't know, this future concept,
We're gonna make a
then
boat.
you'd be okay with killing children. Like you'd want that into law.
In a sense. So obviously I wouldn't want
So
I don't
you'd
think
want
somebody
it signed into law that it's okay
Oh,
for
not-
parents to kill their own children if they
into
want to eat
law?
meat. Yeah.
No. Well, so first of all,
Why
into,
wouldn't you want that into law if you think it's moral?
Well, it depends on what we're talking about. If we're talking about in nature, it's different, and I sort of lean towards yes on that. But in
I
a
should've tried to make a
society,
paddle boat
no,
because
I think the
paddle boats
society
use
should
less battery
defend
than
humans at all costs
airboats.
because that's why we have a
fact,
society.
I'm only gonna
We
use
can
one.
trust this government has this jail, and there's these laws, and if you kill somebody or steal from
'Cause
them
two
or
uses
harm
too much
them, you go to
battery.
jail, and we feel safe. I think that's the most important thing humans can do. Out in nature. I would personally think it's wrong to do. I would definitely think it's wrong to take somebody from like their family. But if there was just some random stray kid that was at an
Oh my
age where
God.
they
A
could not
random
think of
stray
existence
kid.
or the future, I don't know. I hardly care.
So basically the idea is it would be morally wrong because you have an interest in progressing the human race in some way, like maximizing the amount of human beings.
Only about no. Only caring about
waterfall!
myself and my loved ones. I would want to be part of a society that protects me and my loved ones.
We made it.
Well, you wouldn't be in danger if
Hold
people
on.
were killing and eating children. So like
Correct.
a 1-year-old. So then what's the argument against eating a 1-year-old child?
What do
The
you
argument-
mean?
Oh, well, I think it would be very important in the society to know that it can be a slippery slope argument. I wouldn't want
Yeah!
to let things slide, which is why I'm pretty hardcore on abortion as well. But I wouldn't want to let things slide where we deviate from not harming humans. If you are a human and you are
Oh my
alive,
God.
you don't get
Okay, well,
harmed in
But
our
you
society.
just said it was
assume
okay to-
that wouldn't
we
be,
didn't have
be
laws.
fine with people
We could
killing
kill
and eating
children.
like 1-year-old children if they needed to eat meat for optimal health.
If they needed to eat meat for optimal health and it was a 1-year-old child that had no family,
Then it's okay.
Doesn't like it's the family killing him.
Like in Game of Thrones, the guy
it's
that
family killing them.
So it's the mother killing her
sure.
own child and
the
eating.
wildling guy that killed all the kids, all the boys, and ate them. They didn't
Assuming
eat them. They
there's
gave
no
them to the
dad, I might think that within
White
the
Walkers.
Well, say
society,
the mom and dad wanted to kill the child and they both were going to eat it.
mom and dad were going to kill the child, and we knew it was at a level of not understanding existence.
How do you have to think
or
about this
future.
question?
Sure.
Okay, so you'd be okay with people killing 1-year-old children if they needed meat for optimal health if they kill and eat their own children.
I'm not okay with it. I'd prefer it not to happen.
Oh my god.
But you're saying, like, you personally wouldn't be okay with it, but you'd find it morally acceptable enough for other people to do.
Morally acceptable. If they needed it to eat.
Well, I mean,
but
they also had for optimal health.
Yeah, for optimal health, and they also had animals, and they could do either one. Yeah, if I knew there was no room for slippery slope.
What do you mean?
I think
the whole
so.
thing's a slippery slope.
I don't know.
About
It's
eating
complicated.
children.
Yeah, what do you think?
I think that's insane.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
What in the world?
threshold deontologist. I believe in personal
And these are like smart
so I don't know
people.
how you could justify violating the rights of somebody on the basis of, well, it's a little bit better for my health if I kill you.
Well, what would be your criteria? So I guess you're saying threshold. So there is a threshold, but like if you, so you're saying 80% health versus 100 isn't enough to kill an animal. But
that's just
I think earlier you said, maybe you said if we were
20%. I don't know how you could justify killing a conscious creature just because you personally benefit from it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I not that numbers matter, but I'm guessing your average vegan, from anybody I've talked to, if they were on an island and had to kill a chicken to survive, they would do it. I don't think that it's cool that you're noble enough to end your life to save animals, but I don't think most people would let themselves shrink 3 feet or lose 50% health or anything like that. If you're a natural carnivore, you do what you do to survive.
All right, well, I think we're going to have to agree to disagree here. But
no such thing.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, for sure.
Debate was interesting for sure.
All right. Take care, man.
All right, take care.
So I'm looking forward to see how this is going to work.
Yeah, and that was it. That was the dumbest debate I've ever seen on the internet. Get up. Get on the wall. Climb on the rock wall. Climb on the rock wall, Link. Get the bomb flower. Now float down the river and get your boat. Get your boat. Get your boat. Oh, why are we going under our boat? Oh my god. And that was it? Yeah, that's all. Alright. I'm gonna watch the pit. We'll watch the Fishtank live ending soon.
The Blackening. You are a black character in a horror movie.
The Blackening.
So that you can stay alive.
Let's get some weapons. Chili powder, girl. What I'm finna do, cook?
Black women gotta save everyone all the damn time!
The Blackening, June 16th.
To help prevent wet, spotty, or
No!
cloudy dish.
Get out of here, ads. The Blackening.
We have ever taken on. From trampoline surfing, to trampolines on cliffs, to trampolines on mountains, trampoline towers in the oceans, trampolines strapped to trucks with Steve-O to jump off bridges, trampolines with mousetraps, tasers, dry ice, Legos, and fire. What could we possibly do to outdo ourselves? Arguably the best trampoline content creators who have ever lived, and without a doubt the most handsome. Well, we bought $3,000 worth of metal and $2,000 worth of trampolines so that me and my friends, who have absolutely no formal education or know how to build things besides building Bikini Bottom, will attempt our biggest build yet. We put a ridiculous amount of effort into this masterful, mother-loving masterpiece, so please, for the sake of yourselves, your family, your friends, and your mothers, like this video or Bigfoot will jump on your mother's trampoline.
You gotta like the video or Bigfoot's gonna get your mother.
Also, 50,000 likes and
Look at
we'll
that.
do a line of trampolines into the ocean starting at my house. So click like, think about the children. Step 1. Step 2. Tornado.
This is Jug Squad. They're from St. Pete.
See a tornado coming, I'm not gonna lie. Leans to make one sell, order $3,000 worth of metal, which ends spend. And it's that time.
Let's skip ahead.
Alright, we didn't really think this through.
No, we didn't. The leg.
Yeah, we can.
And here's the final product. That's epic. Let's go.
Yo, it works so good.
That's Joke Squad. They got cool videos. Dirty Harry, the actor director. Dirty Harry. All right, let's watch the Fishtank finale. Because my brother messaged me and said, "Did you watch this? It's freaking amazing." And then I see it all over YouTube, so I haven't seen it yet. We're going to watch it. I got to go to the bathroom. I think I need to ascend through there. Problem is, how in the heck am I going to do that? Oh, there's a frog on the roof up there, too. He did. Bobble frogs. Okay, I think I need to get a plank into this middle area. Something like that, but not really. Riding by myself, well, really not good. So heavy in the trunk, make the car pop a wheelie. That. Is that gonna work? That might work. That might work. Oh, I think that's gonna work. I don't even know if this is exactly what I'm trying to do. Yeah, that puts me in the tower. Tower's open, baby. Let's go. All right, I gotta go pee real quick, guys. I'm gonna start playing this, and I'll be right back.
Chris, can we get a Bible verse to inspire us going into the final moments? JJJJJJ.
Huge competition. Amazing stuff. We have question mark points versus infinity points. Who takes it in that case?
I would love to be on season 2 Love I Trips.
There's no way of knowing. Do we want to? We should unplug it. There we go. We'll make sure we'll refund those by hand.
Yeah.
Remind me to do it when I'm driving on the phone. So
we'll do that personally.
Okay. I know my head's blocking the shot here. You too. Josie, you displayed strength. I do think you're a strong person. And I'm sure you have bright things ahead of you after this. And Letty, I actually don't hate you. I think you're resilient. I think you kind of have boy brain going on. It's impressive at times. I think you probably honestly won this whole competition. So, that being said, Josie, the entire time that we did this, your fans,
said he was interested
Josie
in
cells, were rigging every single competition in your favor. Anything that had somewhat of a subjective bias to it. Josie, we gotta turn in for Josie cells right now. There's a poll. Get in there, vote for Josie. Okay? That's
I think Josie's gonna win.
a great way to win a competition.
I thought Airsoft Fatty won. My brother said, nope, no spoilers. I think Josie's actually gonna win. I don't know why everybody liked Josie so much. She's weird. And also, Airsoft Fatty wasn't there from the beginning, so I don't think it would be fair if you won.
It's also a great way to ruin a competition and not make it competitive. So there's that. It could also be said...
He said Josie's awesome. Everybody loves Josie. It's also a great way to ruin a competition and make it very biased.
That we could just get some from Target stocking shelves to come up here and...
I wish I could have got on this show, man. I could play retarded too. You know? Like, I'm not quite dumb enough for this show, but I would be a perfect candidate for this show. You know?
Spaced out and have desperate, dangerous men voting for her, and she'd probably win the presidency of the United States.
Wow.
So we'll do that season 2, which is definitely happening. Josie cells were rigging every single competition in your favor. Anything that had somewhat of a subjective bias to it. Josie, we gotta turn in for Josie cells right now. There's a poll. Get in there, vote for Josie.
I thought this was exorcism at first.
That's a great way to win a competition. It's also a great way to ruin a competition and not make
next season. Let's go.
So there's that. It could also be said that we could just get some from Target stocking shelves to come up here and act spaced out and have desperate and dangerous men voting for her, and she'd probably win the presidency of the United States.
We could have some girl from Target just show up here and act all spaced out, and she could win president because of all the freaking weird people on the internet.
So we'll do that season 2, which is definitely happening. Letty, I actually don't hate you. I think you probably, you definitely won this whole thing, but
I actually don't hate you.
Your fans, well, lower in number.
Wait, was that foreshadowing? He just said, Letty, I actually don't hate you. You probably, you definitely won this whole thing.
Are even more whacked out, and
your fans are even more whacked out.
And they definitely were doing everything they could to not only sway the contest in your favor, but f*** up the whole show, including sending production members death threats like that. Yeah, they do love you. It's pretty funny. It is kind of funny, actually. And I'm not even going to cancel you for that. I'm not even going to cancel for you that. Actually, I'm going to frame you in Fishtank Hall of Fame. But here's the thing. You smoked weed.
Oh!
And the first poster that Jet made in the kitchen is no phones, no weed. So...
She smoked the ganja.
You lost.
Oh.
And this is not a joke right now. I'm not fucking with you. You actually lost. Yeah.
So he... Oh, no.
Josie...
So wait, she broke the rules and basically lost the competition at that point. Then he kept her on the show for like another month. That's so messed up.
You know who Sam Hyde is?
I do now.
Okay. Do you know I'm a mastermind troll? Is that why you signed up for my game show and didn't read the contract? Whoopsie. The contract is stapled in the lower right corner. Didn't that throw you off right away? Dude. Read this underlined part for me, okay? If you can.
There is no guarantee that participant will receive any compensation.
Do it louder. Start over louder.
There is no guarantee that the participant will receive any compensation during their time as a participant in the fish tank.
Death penalty.
Why did I die?
Oh no. Oh no.
Why did I die? I fell from like 15 feet. Some bullshit.
Oops, we got scammed.
What's up, Jeff?
A little tiny bit. What's that say?
Confidentiality and life story rights.
So, not only can you not talk about what happened here,
They have the rights to your life story. Okay, maybe I shouldn't go on this show.
because
I want
our
my life
legal
story.
lawyer, we're spending the most part of the whole budget on our lawyer. But when we go to do your life story, all the Josie Cells and Letty Chuds, they're going to be watching the My Little Pony derived anime of your life story produced by Tom 98 Entertainment. So that's it. You're both nice people. I don't actually dislike you. I hate you. I hate you. Okay?
I feel like Airsoft Fatty wins.
All the production hiccups that we talked about, the show almost getting shut down.
Don't spoil it if you already know, chat.
Was from you. Half that was from you. Trying to shut that. You watch the show, but you're trying to get it shut down. Looks like you got what you wanted. You got what you wanted. You finally got it. The show's shut down. Oops! Right before the final contest. Big whoopsie! And the streaming thing, this is not even a thing. If you watch streaming, because I care about my fans. I care about my fans. If you think streaming is a good thing to watch, my man, you're watching people pick up pieces of shit and turds off a floor for 6 weeks, losing sleep. You're in a hospital bed. Fishtank saved my life. I'm in the hospital. You serious? You're watching people pick their nose for 6 weeks? You fucking idiots. There's an entire universe of good literature, movies, music for you to enjoy, but you're watching people smearing chocolate ice cream on the wall and say it's the best thing ever. It makes me fucking sick. The Twitter thing, it makes me sick. All the Twitter posts saying how great the show is. You guys are fucking good, and you need to hear that for your own good.
Ooh,
and I'm not joking. The streaming's done. That's over. Okay, we've moved on. We're doing big time shit now. World Peace 2 is happening. And the stuff that I am making in World Peace 2 is the old school MDE. Bringing back the old school MDE. The real culture, the real is happening right now, and I missed a huge shot today. That's not bullshit. I missed a huge shot today to be here for the finale. You gotta be here for the Fishtank finale, Mr. Gold Striker. My God. Anyway, that's it, y'all. Vance Pill, Vance Magazine, let's go! Nah, MDE never dies.
To be perfectly honest with you, I don't know.
What?
I know that he had kind of a meltdown in the basement right before he came up here, so I need to talk to him. I'll see what I can do, but probably for now,
I'll leave you. I'll
just
leave you.
I mean, it doesn't.
What the?
I'm sorry that you guys
Sold their soul for rock and roll.
Let me talk to him.
They work hard for a living.
Okay. Just, I guess, hang tight, but.
Okay, Letty in the fish box. Josie, just you didn't put in enough effort. It's nothing personal, not for you.
Look at Airsoft Fatty's head. The top of his head is shaved. God, look at that house. I couldn't stand living in that.
Welcome
mess.
to the peak of premium off-roading. Step up to GMC with your...
Are you okay?
Airsoft Fatty's so nice. He's probably gonna find his future wife in that house.
Josie! My boy, my beautiful boy! You won! You won the fish tank! You win! The grand prize, the fish bucks! It's all yours! Mr. King! Mr. King, come out, Mr. King! That's not Fred Castle, Josie! That's Chad King! He works for me! You won! You won the fish. You did great! You're the winner!
You didn't win.
You won! You've won, Josie! You've won the fish tank! You're the winner. There's so much to do, so much to show you! Come now! Don't fall! Hold the handrail. Downstairs.
What the heck are they doing to these poor people?
Good lighting. Good lighting, part 4. Alright. Come here! Come to the chocolate river! Where Chris has distributed chocolate on the thing. Lenny, come here! Quickly! Josie, that's for you!
How much is that check for?
You've won!
It says
And Lenny, we tortured you
$35,000.
so much that we decided we have to pay you the same as a Amazon warehouse worker.
This is real.
28,000. I think it says 35,000 for Josie.
Honey.
As much as an Amazon worker, for 2 months of your life, you got $20,000
Just grab
for
it.
working basically 24
Don't make a
hours
big
a
deal out
day.
of it, Josie. If you damage it, you don't get the money.
I take it.
For all
I
the
do
world
it.
to see.
Don't damage it. This is legal. When you take this to the bank, they're going to pay Josie from Jason Goldstriker. They'll know what this means.
They'll know what this means at the bank.
They will.
I don't know if it'll fit in the ATM.
And you get the fish bucks too, of course.
It wasn't in the budget.
That's such a fake check. Like
We can only afford
there's no-
poster board for one of these. Letty, we're going to give you 20 grand total because
Like it's
Here's
not
the deal.
fake because it's giant. It's fake because there's
main
no account
character, don't want to
information
get
on
to your
it.
head. Okay.
I guess they couldn't put that on a giant
Alright.
check.
I have to say something. It's going to sound strange. People think, obviously, I can't bounce bits off of her. They're accusing Jed of the same thing. Here's the deal. I swear to God, I swear on my life that I'm not attracted to you. And I have to say that because actor to actor,
She said,
you're so good. And you knew immediately, like first thing, that we needed a villain to make the show interesting. And I hate when people overact. I can't take it. I want to kill them. But here's the thing about that.
I don't think anybody was
Anybody can go out there and hack someone apart with a machete. But if you're using a scalpel, you have to cut around the good tissue, take out the bad. And there's an aspect to certain performing that's like playing chicken with the truth. And you did really good. It's just really good. And Chris, you too, man. Chris, we owe you all. Jet. Very proud of you.
Thank you.
I'll leave it at that. You can fill in the blanks. You know what I would say.
They don't get any money?
This is like the most complex and difficult production ever. You did really good, man.
Thank you.
Goddamn.
It was hard, but very much worth it. Thank you for believing in me and letting me hold
always, man,
$250,000 because that's scary.
And you got so good so fast. You put in so much work here. You got dog in you, real hard work.
You got a dog in.
And I'm sure Jet's gonna have stuff to say too, but everybody knows you're
Wait,
integral
what
to
the
this
heck?
production. And,
Wait,
You killed it. Thank you. Laker.
Wait, what?
Good job with the milkman bit. And I know you did a lot of work too. Thank you for being here for this.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you,
awesome.
man. Scott, thanks for the coaching. Where's Tex? Oh, hey. Hey, Tex. Thank you as well. You put in mad hours. You're very professional. Surprising for a young guy.
What the heck just happened?
He's 19.
That's nuts.
That
is
blows my
crazy.
mind every day.
That is crazy. Cowboy helped us out.
Oh yeah, big time. And
Mega time.
invisible methods Cowboy used.
Mega time.
To save our ass.
Cowboy saved our asses. The devs are two guys. I don't know if they want to be named. We'll name them later if they want to be named.
Devs are usually top secret.
I don't want to blow them up if they don't want to be blown up because they have security. They'll probably have some gay hacker thing like, don't use my name.
They're the reasons we're not on YouTube.com.
Yeah,
so thank you.
You guys, YouTube devs, you're the reason we're not on
Gab.
some torn onions. Yeah, some fucking
Gab.onion.
Gab.onion. So, and you fans, this is like a. I know Jet's feeling it more right now because this was his baby, but the way I talked about how I felt when World Peace wrapped, it's just that's the feeling. That's the only time that I'm ever happy. I'm not happy any other time, which is fine. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being here through this very weird thing. Thank you for being here through this weird thing. Josie, come here. Pull your hair back.
Show my eyebrows.
They're not grown back yet. I look like an alien tree.
Dude,
really good job.
For real.
All your fans are proud of you.
Good job.
You did a good job. You did. Letty, why don't you step up and say hi to your freak show? You're very impressive. Shake my hand.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I didn't see it.
I'm very impressed with you. You want to say something to these guys?
Thank you so much for supporting me. And I'm really grateful for your support. And to the people who hated me.
And to the people who hated me.
Nice. You got so mad.
Thank you. Thank you to the people watching this. Thank you. And all the clippers, the memers. These memes are so keynote. Thank you so much. Jet, come on up here, man.
Yeah.
We did it. The hour right here.
We did it. No, it's not me. It's for real, these two. Step on up. The fact that you guys fought neck and neck for 3 days straight. Was it 4? I don't even know. I don't know what day of the week it is. I know it's day 42. That's how it's been for a while.
I think it's Monday.
Letty and Josie deserve to be here. They fought nonstop. The fact that Letty only lost by 2 points is proof that she's a champion. Josie, the entire time during this show, we scratched our heads over and over again.
I don't know what I'm supposed to
trying
do
to
here.
find ways to affect you in any way. You are resilient. You are invincible. The only thing that can kill you is your stalkers.
There's another thing that can kill her.
Well, her soul, but her body would still be intact.
Fair.
But you don't want that to happen.
I don't want.
But now that you're out of the show,
here.
you're going to be going home. You'll be far away from that weapon.
Thank God.
But you two deserve this and more.
I don't know what they want me
to
to do
help
here.
You guys launch your from here. Anything you need from us. You played into a villainous role. You were not afraid, buddy. You were never afraid of people not liking you.
And we knew that you're not a freak because of the little bit we talked about downstairs in production.
Yeah.
We know that you're not an actual freak. So
all of her controversial actions she cleared by us first, and
the Bible
I owe you. I owe you. The Bible was our
The
idea.
Bible thing was kind of fucked up, though. I think she even did it, though.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was kind of our idea as a dare. Like, do you think she'll actually go through with it?
Yeah, but when
So
she said no,
I don't think we're responsible for that.
I'm responsible for that.
No.
Fully. And it was all my idea.
Okay.
And when she said no the first time, I said we got to convince her to say yes.
You said otherwise you're going home.
So that's my L.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Wow. I got smushed.
One trait about you, Letty, that is very admirable is you were never afraid of people disliking you. And people would come in this house knowing what Twitter was on, and they would dunk on you, because that was the thing to earn the audience's favor, and you took it. You were never afraid of that, and that might be the most courageous thing anyone's done on the show. Josie, you're unbreakable. You're a champion. You won fair and square.
No, come here.
And if it had been a tie, by the way, it was the mud wrestling was unfair. The dramatic thing would be to have a 50-50 tie.
Right?
But the winning thing was that she got Chris more.
She didn't get Chris more.
I forgot about that.
We did get that report in. And there's one girl that's half black, which is going to excite him.
Thanks for making me look good.
I wanted to say to Josie, good job, and like you really deserve it for real. I'm so glad. But I was gonna be so scared if you came away with nothing.
Speak up, Josie.
I was gonna feel extremely bad, but I'm really happy we both got something out of it. I'm bad at saying stuff, so I think I'll stop now. But good job.
No, you can't do that.
No.
Thank you, God.
That's actually you have to say more stuff.
I mean,
What the?
you've been really great at everything you do. I don't know.
Can you show the timer?
I had it pretty easy.
No, come here. Oh my
I
God.
didn't get as much hate or whatever. And your ability to listen to that constantly for so many days is insane. You're well equipped.
These people's minds are rotted.
Stop talking, Letty. You have a minute and a half.
Stop talking.
Starting. I'll restart because you didn't start on time. Go. You have to talk for a minute and a half. Go.
Letty is great because she's really flexible.
You have to compliment us too.
And Jason is great because he's really strong and he's really good.
That's enough, but go back to her.
Okay, and Letty is also great because she's very smart. She's very good with her words. Ben is great because he's very interesting and he keeps us safe, and I think he's a really good person.
Thank you.
Back to you. What was I saying about? Oh yes, you're really smart, especially with your words. You can come up with a speech in like 2 seconds. It's crazy. You're
What is this?
Also very.
What is this?
What do you say? Durable. Like when we were
Durable.
wrestling, you didn't break. I thought you would like die or something, but nah, you're like durable. I didn't break a single bone in your body, and I think that's because you take care of yourself. You're always talking about the vitamin D. I need my milk. I need my fiber.
That's enough. That's enough. Yeah. Josie, you won, but Letty, you also won. You guys are winners.
We're gonna stream with you. We're gonna give you a roll in World Peace 2. And that's that. Anything else?
Bye!
Was that it? That wasn't that funny. I don't know. I didn't think it was that funny, but whatever. No, I missed it. I got it. Okay, we guys got to hold on for the rollback. Spin it around. Drop it. We got it. Let's go. Now, the hard part. Now, the hard part is getting it over there. I feel like if I connected to this, it won't be able to fall down that hole. But if it falls down that hole, I'm screwed. I gotta do the whole thing again. Like if I attach it, right, and then we drop it, it's gonna go boom, boom, boom. It's gonna slide down there. It's gonna hit the bottom. We're just gonna have to be fast. As soon as I set it and forget it. Except in this case, once we set it, we're not going to forget it. We got to go. We got to set it as far back as possible. And we got to go. Because if it falls in that hole... No! The other ball fell off. We got one, but not the other. What the heck? Ah! No! Stop. Are you serious right now? Are you freaking kidding me right now? I don't know what I'm supposed to... Oh, good. The other ball stayed there. Nice. That's nice. Let's try this again. Let's do it like this. Ooh, we got it. Hallelujah. The best part of the show was Sam kicking off Simmons. Was that the weird Asian kid that was like a PDF file? Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. What else could we watch? We could watch that new Discourse. Oh, Nick's going right now. Nick's streaming right now. Huh. It's hot in here. I gotta turn this air conditioner on. One more. Alright. We got 4 blessings of light. That's another heart. So I could go get another heart and then we can go work finding the next quest area. Elijah Schaefer makes stuff up about Destiny on stream with Tim Pool Girl.
How to escape the heat if you don't have an air conditioner.
I actually didn't watch this episode.
This only takes 5 minutes.
I wonder what...
I have never said that to anybody in my entire life.
His debate tactics is just to talk as fast as possible.
I need a break.
No, this isn't happening. There's no reason for me to go on. What? What am I fighting for?
Hey, what's up, guys? Here I am in Target, my local Target. Right, check this out. So we're in the boys section, guys. Boys clothes section. I want to show you over here. This is the clothing you have for boys. Dinosaurs are cool, right? There's a big rainbow behind the dinosaur. We're not going to stop there. We got a cloud hula hooping with a rainbow. What's this? Trucks are cool, right? Picking up a rainbow. Why are we picking up a rainbow, guys? Why is this boys clothing today? I'm not done. Like Baby Shark? Bye-bye. There's masculinity. That's what they're doing. They're destroying masculinity. Guys, it's time to stand up against this wokeness. We need to stand up as parents and leaders and fathers. Like and follow.
Did anybody watch these way back in the day?
Care Bears?
This movie was horrifying.
The fun and excitement, even Caroline, is no longer.
Look at this
Yeah, but rainbows didn't mean that back then.
rainbow.
Safe.
Elijah and Mary from Tim Pool coping about you.
And regardless, Care Bears was kind of gay. Like, I mean, it was. Just proving that they started it back then and that it's slowly been seeped into society doesn't prove anything, Des.
Saying, hey.
Bro.
And this is what they do. This is what the bad faith is. And I find this to be always interesting. You know, I debated Destiny at a college, at a university. And he told me after that this is ironic, that he didn't want to debate again.
Kinda.
We debated on Ukraine and some of these issues. I think we actually debated twice, 2 different universities. Because he said, like, I wasn't sensational.
I think I played those debates on a stream playing something when I was playing Fallout or something. They're pretty good debates. Elijah is not dumb. Elijah, you know, he plays. Elijah's a smart guy. He knows his stuff. When he's in debate mode, it's different than when he's in entertain on the show mode.
Enough, and
Allah created the universe. That's why it started with an explosion.
What?
They were debating about Ukraine.
Debated on Ukraine and some of these issues. I think we actually debated twice, 2 different universities. Because he said, like, I wasn't sensational enough, and I wasn't, like, playing to the sensation. Like, I was just, like, too nice of a guy, and, like, I just wanted to discuss the points. Like, that's with him. I just want to have a reasonable argument, have a good discussion, and genuinely
I have never said that to anybody in my entire life. What? Why would he just lie? Even if that, let's assume that I am like that. Let's assume that I actually don't want boring discussion. I'm just farming clips or whatever. Why would I say that? Even if what he was saying was my feelings, why would I even tell him that?
debate the topic. But because I wasn't like, you know, some of these more sensational people that he had been with, like Milo or Gavin or different people, that's not what...
Those are all people that I refuse to debate now. I told Milo I'm not debating him again. Modern Day Debate emailed me 2 days ago asking me to debate Gavin McInnes, and I said, no, I'm not interested in that. These are exactly the types of conversations I'm not interested in. He's literally lying. You probably told him he was too passive? No, I don't think if in the goodest of good faiths, I might have said something like, oh, I thought that would be more explosive. I might have said that, maybe, but I don't even remember saying that. I probably didn't. I probably just shook his hand and I said, oh, good conversation. And then we all went out to dinner afterwards.
Right. Yeah, Destiny's a dang old... He's a dang old snake serpent in the grass. He's going to twist it.
What he was trying to do, which I understand. He's an entertainer, and he's... And
Elijah's not even attacking.
He's just trying to do that. But for a guy who's out there who is trying to entertain and is trying to push these things, if you're just being quiet and you're just listening and you're just letting people discuss in a large room, to try to claim and make drama out of that and say, oh, that's because you agree. That's because you agree with them and you want people to be abused and you think women are weak. It's like, it's...
Oh, so this is in reference to the whatever drama. Destiny and Melina were on whatever. And some guy was saying, and I'll be straight up, I agree with him. He was saying if a woman gets abused in a relationship, she should try to keep the relationship together. She should endure and try to push through it. If it's not savable, then don't save it. But I don't know how far he was taking it or what he was saying, but I would say, you know, maybe it was a one-time thing. And then he said, you know, if she gets hit one time, she needs to leave him. What was she doing? What was she doing? Did she hit him first? Who hit first? Who hit who first? You know? Was it a crazy one-time thing, or was it every night he's beating the hell out of you type of thing? If that's the case, you need to get out of there. That guy's crazy. You should have never got with him in the first place. But if it's like, you know, you're just constantly nagging at, and one time he pops you, you know, maybe you're going to want to work through that. You're going to endure that. And Melina kind of cut up the clip to make it sound worse than it was, and then they were all coming after the host of whatever. And I'm not like trying to stand up for these whatever guys, because I think I'm not like, I try watching the show every now and then. It's like these girls are all just like really dumb, and these guys think they're smart because they're talking to a bunch of girls who are really dumb, and they're not. And it's like, it's brainless like content. Every now and then they'll have somebody good on, like Michael Knowles or Destiny, and there'll actually be like a good debate, an intelligent debate, and I can listen to it. But it's not entertaining to me just to watch a bunch of airheads like, And Melina cut up the clip. So then is his name Brandon or Brian? I think it's Brian from whatever, was calling in a Destiny show, like crying, like, oh, I don't want to get canceled, and I wasn't defending their position. I have my own thoughts. So that's what they're talking about. That's not what I said. Destiny's a pooswa.
No words, so then I'm going to put words in your mouth. That's what I feel like's going on here.
Destiny, I was literally there at Penn State plus dinner. This has nothing to do with anything I heard, at least by my recollection. It was a bit of a business combo between you and then him talking to a lot of other people at the table. He did a lot more than that. I could...
Oh, now you're going to
I
gossip.
hate this guy so much.
Gossip. Go ahead. Gossip, Destiny. You're mad at him because he said what you said, but not verbatim, not your exact words. And now you're going to start gossiping about things he did. Go ahead, Destiny.
Yeah, it's really bizarre to assume that because I didn't speak up in that exact moment, that I denigrate victims of abuse and think that all of the women who claim they're being abused are lying. I think he's very clearly using a dishonest tactic here, but I expect...
I hate these fucking losers that claim this shit. Dishonest tactic, dishonest... Call it out. Show me. What do you mean? What dishonest tactic? Like, bro, you were on that show. You had so much to say anytime something that you disagree with came up, and on this issue, you're suspiciously shutting the fuck up the entire fucking time? You don't have a single thing to say? Fuck you. Of course people are going to assume that you agree when you're so keen to come out and argue about other things, not to mention the fact that I was literally explicitly making space explicitly for her to talk. I think there were multiple times on that podcast I was like, hold on, I think Mary wants to say something. Hold on, I think Nav wanted to say something. We should let this person speak. Like, you had nothing to say during this whole part of the conversation because you probably agreed with it. You do. You know you did. You're just mad that a clip went viral about it.
Nothing less from Destiny.
Yeah,
because
they are kind
he's
of
known for doing that. And
no, I'm not.
Like, if you agree with what dude was saying, just say you agree with it. Don't be scared of the cancel culture. The dude was right. She should try. You should, for the kids, you should try to work through it. You should. Maybe his wording was bad or something, but yes, as a couple, guy screws up, puts his hands on the woman. You should try to work through it. Maybe it's not savable. Maybe it's not redeemable. But for the kids, you need to try to work it out. And if the woman's putting her hands on the man, same exact situation. So how about that? And these people just need to. These people are kind of backing off. They did agree with what dude was saying, and Destiny's right about that. A clip came out, went viral. Now they're all like, "Oh, well, that's not what I said." But it's the same thing Destiny's doing, so he's a hypocrite. But Elijah, Elijah has nothing to do with this. He wasn't involved in the whatever thing. This girl was at the whatever panel, but Elijah wasn't there. He's just talking to her about it.
Literally not. You guys are known for being the bad faith corner of the entire internet. That is your reputation. How are you going to say that's mine?
His debate tactics is just to talk as fast as possible.
I'm sorry if you don't know how to speak English. Like, I can't help you if you're functionally retarded.
That is a debate tactic, especially in like college debate circles. I've played videos of it before. They call it like smushing or smudging. And when you're in like college competitive debate, the goal is to get as many points out as quick as possible, because every time your opponent doesn't address one of your points, they lose points on their scorecard. So if I have a 3-minute chunk of time, I'm going to try to make 20 points in 3 minutes. And if you only address and rebuttal 15 of my points, you're going to lose 5 points off your score. So to win these college debates, it's really dumb now. It's like, it's not even real debate. It's just they call it, there's a word for it. They call it smushing or smudging, and it's stupid. It's stupid.
If you can't understand what I'm saying, then say, please speak slower, or maybe I can get you an annotated version at the end of this show if you want to go over my notes. Like, what the?
And that's That's why it's all black girls winning it now. I'm just saying, they speak fast. They talk fast. They got that rapper blood. So they basically get ChatGPT to write out a script for them, and then they memorize it, and which is good, good memorization skills and the good rap. You should become a rapper. The next Cardi B is going to be found on the debate stage smushing somebody, going. Well, Desi got some Will Smith.
He speaks fast.
Make so many points.
There were like 3 people on that panel that were like English second language. Like, my bad if you can't keep up. Holy shit.
You can't.
I was listening to Destiny debate ABL last week, old debate, but he used the tactic where he picked something ABL would say and he would manipulate it and put words in ABL's mouth. Straw manning is where that would be straw manning, and then also straw manning is when you start like rebuttaling an argument that they never made. So a lot of times, like if let's for example a globe versus flat debate, a glober might say, well, flat earthers believe that blah, 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 but maybe the specific one that you're talking to doesn't believe that. So that would be a straw man. You're arguing a point they never made. But also what you're saying, Bibby, if you're taking something that an argument they made and you're changing it and you're rebuttaling that new changed argument, that's a straw man too. Destiny's chat was completely oblivious and sucking him off like he was winning the debate when he was clearly losing.
Can't possibly refute them all at once, and yeah, he puts words in your mouth. So he's doubling down. I've like gone back and forth with him on Twitter over this already like a few times.
Well, yeah, and I think it's really interesting too, because like when lifestyles are so diametrically opposed, I mean, because right, he's in an open marriage and whatever, and
what does it have to do with abusing your fucking partners?
He's got, they have this type of relationship with, I guess, like call it like polyamory type thing, and it's understandable that people have different lifestyles and paths.
And also, what they talked about on the whatever thing, which is so true, is Destiny's feminist liberal worldview of the word abuse could apply to anything. It's like when they use the word health with abortion. If it affects the woman's health, well, what does health mean? Health can mean financial health, emotional health, mental health, spiritual health, relationship health, social health. So this is the same thing with abuse. They use this word abuse, and it could mean spiritual abuse, emotional abuse, financial abuse, relationship abuse, physical abuse, verbal abuse, all these different things. And so they make the word abuse stretch so thin that it's like, yeah, if a woman's suffering abuse in your worldview, she should probably stick it out and endure that. And also the guy's probably got something he's got to work on too, and she could talk to him about that. And they should both be, basically they should, if they're both seeking God, then they're both going to be working on it anyway, and they'll talk to each other and they'll figure that out. But abuse means so much nowadays. Destiny gave the Thorpes a platform. We must take him out. We're taking him out. Let's take him out, boys.
But I think it's funny to go after somebody who's, because of what they didn't say, and saying that that's complicit or that they agree.
I don't know. She's not blowing up that much off of it. I think she caught like a hot 500 subs off of that Destiny stuff.
When in reality, you're making a good point. It's just like with
Maybe
no-fault
1,000.
divorce
I don't know what she was
or
at
with
before
abortion, right? Abortion was supposed to be safe and rare. It was literally supposed to be that in cases of a mother that's endangered. And that's the argument people still make today. Whenever you say, hey, abortion should be
City,
illegal,
we're
they go,
here.
what about when a mother's life's at risk? What about in rape? What about in incest? And it's like, okay, but that's like less than 3% of abortions. Okay, so in some of these cases,
Goron City.
Most abortions are just elective, and it's just people wanting to get an abortion. And that's what the slippery slope does. So when you're saying, yeah, mental abuse without defining what that is, remember, misgendering someone's mental abuse.
Oh, we got a statue.
So if you're married and your wife says, call me a him, you're like, I'm not calling you a him. Is that meant?
Is she gonna disagree with him here? Because now he's restating a similar argument that everyone else on the panel made. Oh, mental abuse is made up. It's not even fucking real. Is she gonna push back and go, hold on, Elijah. Now, that's not fair to say. There probably are a lot of cases where there's mental or emotional or psychological abuse going on where women should be allowed to leave the relationship. Because now...
It's not allowed to leave the relationship. He says when women are always allowed to leave the relationship. We got no fault divorces. Women can leave the relationship whenever they want. They're allowed to leave. Ought they leave a relationship with children and their husband over one instance of abuse? Are we talking about consistent abuse over a 10-year period? Then yeah, she should probably leave. But what their argument was, a woman gets abused, she needs to leave. Get out of there instantly. Well, and then abuse can mean anything. But even if we take the most extreme abuse, I guess the most extreme example of abuse would be marital rape, which means, I guess if he strangers you or he has sex with you while you're not in the mood, should you leave the relationship and the children? No, woman. So emotional. That Will Smith radio.
Here you go, Mary. You've got all the time in the world to make your stance perfectly crystal clear. I hope you're going to fight back against what he's saying, and you're not just going to go, yeah, and...
Mental abuse? Like, where does the characteristic of what abuse is get defined? Do you have a definition? Like, where would abuse be to where that...
I don't know if me and Elijah are like a lot alike, or if it's maybe from me watching his content, which is why since I started doing my show, I don't watch JLP as much. I don't watch everything as much. I miss a lot of, I don't watch Fleckus right when it comes out. I don't watch Elijah's show right when it comes out. I'll watch a little bit of it, go do something, listen to something else, watch a little bit. I've actually been listening to more liberal content since I started doing the Monday night show, listening to stuff like Destiny and the Young Turks and stuff like that, and just modern day debate stuff, to hear the other side more. But I listened. Maybe it's because I listened to Elijah for a long time regularly, and Crowder regularly, and JLP regularly. But I'll watch. He did a show Monday night last night. After I watched my show, I went and watched his stream, and he was hitting on all the points I was hitting on. We're saying like the same things, and I hear it now. I'm commenting on this discussion, and I know what he's gonna say. Maybe it's just the conservative, bubble mindset. We think similarly, so we say kind of the same things, or maybe it's from watching his content too much, but I find myself saying a lot of the things he says. I've seen no reason yet for Destiny to be yelling and crying the way he is. Yeah.
That's finally a standard to divorce.
Yeah, and for...
I need a break. Hold on, let me say this, okay? Let me say this. He
kind of just stirring up drama to make content, I think, because somebody mentioned his name.
I rediscovered my love. It's been so long, okay? I rediscovered my love for handheld gaming. For some reason, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna take my Switch, because International Flight, maybe I'll play that shit-ass fucking triangle strategy game. How cute and fun to play like a thing, to play like a handheld. Also, I turned this to people apparently voice act fucking bad. It is so simple. Yeah, like 1/3 of the way through. I did wrong. Listening to the behind the scenes for the director doing the direction of the voice acting.
I want to get back to the Elijah.
As the future Lord of House Wolfort, I must.
I guess he doesn't get back to Elijah.
I mean, if she was smart, she'd play along with that. Be like, yeah, definitely.
I don't care about that stuff. Nick's on. What up, Nick? Trump says bye-bye to all anchor babies.
And then let them decide what they want to do. You see what I'm saying? So I love it. Hey, pretty cool. Thanks for the F's in the chat. I'll be fine, y'all. Don't worry. I'll figure it out. He did say future. It sounds like maybe not the people who are already here. But
Nick started late.
Yeah, this is serious. It's serious. The country will not survive. It will not survive all this immigration, all this. And this is one of the only, all this talk of immigration and the border from different Republicans. This is, it's stuff like this that makes me trust Trump, because different ways. But who is taking a hard stance like this? Talking about deporting a whole bunch of people day one. Who's taking that stance?
Nick's live. I don't want to watch this live. Let him do his live. Should I play those new, is something creepy to play? Target is going down. What's this? Oh, that's reacting to Bo Diddle. My personal favorite Fishtank live moments. You're in both. I figured when Nick went live, you would go over there, but I don't want to restream his live stream. Play some Island Boys. Oh my god! Taking requests on the hotline.
How much money's in your bank account?
I made 14 bands this month just on TikTok Live.
He made 14 bands.
And off the Island Boy video, I made what, like $300,000? What have you done?
Are you guys wet right now?
I'm soaking.
Yo, you got it, bro. W Riz, good job.
Get the f out of my face with that shit, bro. Bro, my watch alone is worth way more than his Tesla.
I've made more in a month than you've made in your whole life.
That's not true, bro. Get your
It is. Ah!
Get out of my face.
Ooh, I'm fast. Gotta be cooking it now.
Steve from Minecraft face ass.
You got
Steve over
a coloring book
Minecraft
on your
face
face, my boy.
That gay ass hairstyle and that gay ass haircut.
I can see the top of your head.
Who gives a f? At least I have a nice ass haircut. You don't even get a fade. You claim you're rich and your hair is f***ing buffed out.
I don't give a f about my hair.
Get that skinny cheap ass mic away from me. Amazon buyer bitch. I'm way drippier than you. You're f***ing ugly as fuck.
Water.
You wearing Nike socks in 2023. You're cornball. Out of here. I got the most drip out of any.
My shoes cost more than your fit. How much money's in your bank account?
I made 14 bands this month just on TikTok Live.
He made 14 bands.
Check out this dude.
Aw.
Dude.
You Oh.
Oh. The was that? Knock your out right here.
Oh.
What the are you doing? Who the hell are you? Come up screaming my ear. This dude's like putting his tongue in that ear. Man, I just hope nothing happens to him, man. Do it to the wrong person, man. Set him off. That first white dude, man, he wasn't having it. Don't do it in a homophobic's ear. What? A homophobic person's ear. Because they're gonna think it's gay what he doing. Man, he just looked at you like, could you imagine that happen to you? Somebody go, you turn around, he like this. Check out this dude.
That was a good one. Oh my god. Damn.
No, it looked like fries. Do you really think my hair looks like fries?
No, it looks cute. It looks like wigs, like a
hair.
hairstyle that people do that is normal.
I'm not really understanding it, but okay. No, it looked like fries.
Wicks. Island Boy hurt his girlfriend on live.
Guys, I just got my lashes done.
Guys, I used to get my lashes done too.
Hold up.
Hey, don't push me on my lie, homie.
Let me have my moment. Period.
Girl, you
Mega volume.
Girl.
Mega ow!
Girl, you don't boo boo doogle boogle boogle doo. Look how she looks at me. Alright, show yourself. Mega
That's
volume.
abuse. Oh, she said she was gonna punch him. He abused her and then she punched him. Was gonna punch him. That's an abusive relationship. So you need to get out of that. Rich, broke. Yo, I put in Island Boys. It brings up Epstein Island. What the? But that's enough of the Island Boys, okay? This is the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen. What's Candace talking about? What's Candace talking about? Hold on, I need to climb this mountain quick. Let me climb this mountain real quick. One hot second. Yo, when we do this temple. Oh, we're gonna have to go into the volcano. We're gonna have to make our way up to the top of that volcano and go inside of it for the Gorons. Well, once we do the fire temple, we get the sage of the Goron that follows us around, and he like rolls out in a ball and breaks rocks, so you don't have to carry a boulder rock thing around to mine anymore. You can mine with him, and he lights fires to stuff so you can fly. So that's pretty cool. What was Nick talking about?
Hashtag LGBTQ and everything. It's just a little side note I wanted to mention here. This cruise was in the news. It doesn't take much. But, you know, talking about that, there was this story I came across here. And I found this. I thought this story was interesting because if we examine it, it'll give us a chance to see what are like real like Christian responses, okay? To the world, to evil, to the things we see, right? Anybody watch The Chosen? It's that show.
All right, I don't want to watch Nick's whole live.
Apparently, a crowd.
We love Nick's stream. We love the American Anchor, baby, but I don't want to watch his whole live. I'll watch a video if he puts out like a clip video or something. Candace got a little clip video. What's she talking about? Blood gutter. I like spooky internet stuff. Type O negative Christian woman. We could watch those discourses, but they're very boring. I'll probably do that on a late night stream. It's daytime. When's the fight? When's the fight with Jake Paul and Nate Diaz? I want to see Jake Paul get knocked up out. Hatchets versus tomahawks. Tech Ball. You guys ever seen Tech Ball? Tech Ball is wild. I can never find cool. Oh, you know what we gotta do? We gotta do this. Go to my liked videos. Oh, this is so funny. We're gonna play this. Hopefully this doesn't get hit, because sometimes comedians.
Well, where does she? Is it? Are there black people there?
Oh my God!
Where's
what does
the
that have to do
925?
with it?
Well,
Why is it harder if there's black people
Because
there?
black people are generally poor,
and poor people
are generally dangerous.
Oh my God!
Wow,
I can't
Norm.
believe you just went there.
What? Black people are rich?
Black people span all the strata.
No.
And you're saying that
you
white
gotta
people
check the
are
statistics.
poor and
No, black people are poorer than white people. You didn't know that? Are you telling
Norm.
me that you think black?
What I'm saying is that I try not to pigeonhole people into black people
truth.
are poor, not into the truth.
What?
Listen, there's a huge ignored middle class black population out there. How dare you say black people are poor and therefore dangerous?
Because I want them to be not poor. That's why.
And really, how are you gonna? What's your plan?
My plan is to first of all
acknowledge
that the black people have less money than white people.
They're poor.
Because we
Black
live in
people,
a racist
our phone
society.
number is 800-400-FM97. If you'd like to talk with Norm Macdonald, I'm sure he'd love to take your call
Absolutely.
right now. Michelle, you're on the air.
I just wanted to say that was one of the funniest things I've ever heard. And you need
What, that black
you're
people
not-
are poor? It's
no,
hilarious.
The teacher thing, and
Oh.
you need to probably act like you're not offended by that, because first, you don't have a right to act like you're offended, and that was funny as hell. He is right about black people being poor.
The teacher thing wasn't in this clip, but the teacher thing, he said basically, teachers, everybody talks about teachers need to be paid more. Teachers need to be, we all need to care for the teachers. It's so hard to be a teacher. And he's like, to be a second grade teacher, you only need a third grade education. He's like, it's not that hard to be a teacher unless you're like teaching college or a college professor. He's like, to teach second grade, you just need a third grade education.
Or you know it, I know it.
Oh
and the
my
black
God,
people know
what
it.
has happened on your show?
Well, he taught us a lot today. I think moms.
Oh, it's a learning show.
Mom's
Well,
an
wait a
easy
second.
job.
Where have
Teacher's
you
an
guys
easy
been
job.
living for the last 300 years?
Steve,
in this country?
you're on the air.
Normie.
Yeah, hey, baby.
Hey, you were awesome on the Boss Taggart roast.
Ah, thanks, man. That's nice of you to say.
You're the best all-time on the roast, actually.
Oh, really?
That's sweet.
All right, hold on. Paris, you are on the air.
I think that is completely untrue.
Go on.
Not all black people are poor.
He didn't say all.
Sister?
White.
Oh, I didn't say that.
That's what you
No,
just said.
you said
I
black
said
people
black
have
people
less money
have
than
less
white people.
money than white people.
You
yeah.
been to West Virginia? Because there's some white people with no money there.
Well,
Exactly.
Well, okay. You're saying one black person has more money than one white person.
What
True.
about Eddie Murphy?
Yeah. What about Eddie Murphy?
You're
yeah.
saying by and
No,
large,
you're right.
if you
You're
break
right.
it down.
You're right. Yeah, of course, black people have less money than white people.
As an
Not
average.
true. Not all black people have less money.
He didn't
than
say
white
all.
But he's talking in
Oh my
we all
God.
get what he's saying.
Listen. Guys in a wheelchair. There's a guy in a wheelchair that can go faster than me in a race. But if I said guys in wheelchairs are generally slower than me, you know.
The way you said it was so harsh that to
Give
say...
your head a shake. Give your head a shake.
Oh, my God. All right, thank you. Hey, it's Danielle from Big Brother. Famously black woman.
Where's my 40 acres and a mule? I need my 40 acres and a mule. But you know what? He's right.
Yeah.
Go on, Danielle.
I mean, if you think
School
about
us.
it, there's been cases where the same person will apply for a job, and at times the other race gets the higher pay. I'm just keeping it real, folks.
All right, thank you, Danielle.
Absolutely.
Chunky, you're on.
Good morning, Abnormal. How are you?
How are you, Chunky?
Hey, what about Mexicans? Are they hard workers? And are Jews stingy? What's the rest of it? And why don't white people have any culture in this country? And I totally hear you about the iPod. I'm sick of all my songs, too.
Oh,
yeah?
All right, just sum it all up. Norm MacDonald.
Well, I'm saying that having
Try
less
to offend everyone equally.
having less money or having or not having less money is not a product of your nature. It's that you don't have the money because the white people don't give you the money.
It's actually supportive of black people to say that, actually.
707
Of course
says...
I'm supportive of black people. I'm in
Wow.
a room of
You're
racists.
saying that to have justice.
Oh,
we
my
should
God.
have people,
The 415 says maybe we should
That's
educate
funny.
our children a la Lord of the Flies. Norm? Just throw all the kids on an island and let them sort out their own society. I can't read that.
Yeah, that would probably be better. Yeah, I agree.
Sure, throw them in there and just let the weak be killed and the strong survive.
And Jews
No,
are
that's
good
what.
with
Listen,
money.
that's
I mean,
what.
that's the other thing.
That's what we're doing as adults. We're doing that as adults. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that.
We are. I just got handed a note. Do you want to keep him for the next segment? At this point, I'm not sure. I'm finding Norm to be somewhat on the offensive side.
You know what, though? I love that he's saying all this stuff and then looks over with a big smile.
I know,
and
big smile. He's like, oh man, they're gonna talk about this all day.
Well, I didn't know that everyone. I thought San Francisco was a little more open than.
No, San Francisco actually
They're
isn't.
racist?
No, they're not racist.
Well, so far,
Everybody
by the way,
that
most
disagrees with
people
me is a
agree with me.
racist.
Lindsay, you're on the air.
Hey, Norm.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hi, I teach 5th grade.
Uh huh.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's hard. I mean,
And black people are rich.
And I have some black kids in my class that are way richer and way smarter than some of the white kids. So.
okay. Well, you know what? Black people are richer than white people.
Thank you.
I made a mistake.
Thank you. John, you're on the air.
Hey, Norm.
Hey.
Hey, man, you were easily the greatest thing that ever happened at Saturday Night Live.
Thanks, man. That's
Yeah,
nice of you to say.
the greatest updates ever. You did Hello Letterman.
Oh,
All right, thank you, John. All right, here's
You know
what we're going to do.
what? Oh.
What? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Are we going to do another segment with him or not?
I almost think we have to.
Because I actually was in the audience when you know how I went to Saturday Night Live that one time?
I do, and this is one of my favorite
You did the
stories.
update.
All right,
And,
hold on.
yeah,
hold
yeah.
that thought. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, Norm and his babysitter Steve will still be here, offending people left and right. Stevie Ray from
We're not offending anyone but racists.
How do you figure? To make a sweeping
It's
generalization
not a
that belittles
sweeping
it's
not a sweeping generalization. It's a statistical fact, and it belittles no one. It only states a fact that I hope we can change in this country. If we're going to pretend that black and white people make the same amount of money, then nothing will ever change. Come on, you know that.
Can't we just see it as everybody?
Well, we can see it any way you want it. If you want to
Sarah's
pretend.
looking for some
If you want to live in a
clean
fantasy
out,
world,
and you're not going to find
No,
it.
there's not a clean out.
You're digging.
I'm
You're digging
breaking.
deeper
We'll
and deeper.
be back. Alice at 97.3, Norm MacDonald, and Stevie Ray Fromstein are sitting in here with us.
The texts are great.
Yes. And thanks for the phone calls, too, 800-400-FM97. You can talk to Norm if you like. All right, our text number is 25423. You can call us at 800-400-3697. A text from the 650. I'm a black woman, and Norm is right and hysterical. Sarah, you're living in a fantasy land if you think we're all equals. 805 says, rude. I'm a second-grade teacher, and I hate you.
The majority of the callers agree
that
with
sounds like a second-grade teacher.
Of course, this was a while
No,
ago.
Jimmy, that was just rude. Can you think of another way to say that?
To be a second-grade teacher, you just have to be smarter than a second-grade student. That's not the only thing you have to be.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, basically you need third-grade intelligence to teach second grade. You know everything that they need to know. But a fourth-grade teacher, if you're a third-grade teacher, you need fourth grade.
Here's a question.
I don't
for
want
you.
any more of your questions.
No.
No.
Why do I always hear this from women?
Okay, what?
That women make less money than men.
I don't believe that that's
Ooh.
true
Racist.
in every case. And I don't believe that is
Of course not
racist.
true in every case.
It's not true for me.
Yeah, no, not the case in this room.
I think things are changing, and I think that when it comes to racism, things are changing,
I think
too.
that black
I'm
lady,
trying to look for the positive.
I think that black lady made a good point. That
Which
you,
one? That I'm
I think
living
her
in
name was
fantasy
Ruth.
land?
That you're living in a fantasy land because the black people that you encounter probably make a lot of money.
707 on a text says, I wish I was a fly on the wall during that last break. I think I heard Sarah yelling at Norm up here in Healdsburg.
I wasn't yelling.
Every black
No,
person
Sarah-
I interview in this program has lots of money.
Wow.
No, she actually said she was wrong during that.
Yeah,
break.
which never has happened.
No, I said,
ever.
what I said was, I'll just say I'm wrong. Let's take a couple of calls here. Actually, a couple texts. If you only need third grade intelligence to teach second grade, I wonder what Norm would say about me, a preschool teacher.
What do you think you'd say?
It's kind of obvious.
And the 503 says,
You
Norm,
only need
thanks for
first
dirty
grade
work. It's one of the
intelligence.
greatest movies ever.
What do I need to teach children how to nap?
Nina, you're on Ambien, I think.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. What's happening?
Yeah, listen, the status in the society today is white man, white woman, black woman.
You think that's the
how-
hierarchy?
That is the hierarchy. I actually been doing HR and statistical analysis for 13 years, and the perfect example of that is they're going to elect a black African-American president before they elect a white woman or black woman African president.
I agree.
That's a
I
perfect
agree.
example right there.
I agree completely with what she's saying. That hierarchy is exactly right.
So no
It's
matter what,
exactly
if you're a
right.
man, you're at an advantage, and no matter what, if you're a woman, black or white, you're at a disadvantage.
Women, we do everything, and we get no credit, we get no pay. You got to go out there and get it. I mean, I get my money because I act like a guy when I'm asking for a raise, and women ought to start doing that. Show me the money.
Let's all do the Cuba Gooding Jr. dance.
Yeah,
Show me the money.
absolutely.
All right, thank you, Nina.
Absolutely.
Let's start our own movement, shall we?
You got it. And by the way, the hardest job in
Spurred
the
on
world
by
is-
Norm
is-
MacDonald.
The hardest job in the world is HR because I have to deal with squirrely people on a daily basis.
Squirrely.
All right, thanks, Nina.
Bye.
Thank
that
you.
means.
Laura, you're on. People who don't want to
Squirrely.
come out and say
Hi,
what they think.
everyone. Hi there.
Hi,
I just
Laura.
wanted to give some love to Norm, put all the intense talk aside because
I know he's so
Norm is
bitchy
just
today,
hilarious.
isn't he?
It's not intense. He's smiling and laughing
I
and
know.
sitting back and laughing as Sarah just turns
mad.
bright red.
I know. I don't understand why people get so upset when he's just making observations of what he sees in daily life.
All right, thank you. 925 says, this show's great. Norm is so freaking funny from The Working Mom.
Oh.
Which I think means
sweet.
she's
The
a mom
host got
and
bodied
the
in that one. She tried to go against Norm and
Maggie,
call him
you're on the
racist,
air. It
and
says
all
here
the
being a
callers
teacher,
were like,
super duper hard work.
Nope.
Yeah, I was an attorney for several years. I went to Bolt Law School, and I quit being an attorney to be a teacher. And being a teacher is much more difficult work.
Is it super duper hard?
I did not say super duper hard. That was either a Human.
Yeah, Human put that in your subject
or
line.
There.
And one final thing
Why is-
here. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to ask her why it was such hard work. But
No,
she's
I hung
not.
up on her, yeah. Jeff, you're on. You get the last word.
Yeah, hi, Norm.
Hey, Jeff.
Big fan.
Oh,
Big
thanks.
fan ever since.
You used to
Teaching
love
is
your
super duper
sitcom
hard.
even.
Have you ever been
I
a
was,
crab
sad
fisherman
to
or
see
a
it
coal
go.
miner or an
My favorite line on that
arborist?
was,
No,
but you're a huge
okay.
whore.
So you don't know what super duper hard jobs are.
And I was wondering, were you a voice on The Family Guy?
Is there a little catchphrase? Yeah, I did play Death on The Family Guy.
The 415 says, Sarah is an uptight bitch living in Fantasyland. She's keeping her cool because Norm is there, but if it were anyone else, she'd be throwing her usual fit. Norm rules.
Sarah, you do look a little like you're about to.
I know.
You
get
do
mad.
look a little restrained.
Well,
but you're passionate.
unfortunately-
You're passionate, and that's what makes you so attractive to me sometimes.
Really?
It does.
Oh my
you have a lot
I'm
of
all
passion.
bundled up today.
Today,
I can tell
Norm
you
would be
got
canceled
passion.
so quick.
All right, listen, Norm and Steve.
This is our first fight.
I'm kicking you guys out of here now. We actually have to break here at Tommy T's all weekend long.
sweet,
It is
yeah.
great to see you.
Oh,
Next
you
time,
too.
I'll be more prepared for your stunning statements that just came out of left field. I have to say, I get so pissed because I can
Are you
feel...
going to rethink it now that everybody agrees with me in the
No,
world?
I'm not going to rethink it at all.
The world.
You know what?
No,
I
she's
try not
going to
think
have
of
a
people
better
in it.
argument next time.
Yes,
is
that's
what
right.
it
I'm going
is.
to fight this fight mentally for the next 6 months.
He said black people are generally poor, and poor people are generally dangerous.
Talking about how this woman was able to give a speech on Yale about how she fantasized about killing any random white person, and she felt like she would be doing the world a favor if she committed murder. So we're in a
What else we got? Wonder if I could play. The blue card jokes are the best. But I think that would get a copyright strike. Man passed out in the middle of Walmart trying to beat a 14-year-old. PBD is on Flagrant. I'll have to watch that. Oh, yeah. Well, I wanted to watch this. Zerka and Sneeko with Fuentes. Where was it? Where is it? It's right here.
I mean, he's with Kanye. Kanye does what we do, right?
Not anymore, though. And no, yeah, he doesn't. He's married. That's why he doesn't really.
Really? He's married again?
He got remarried because he doesn't believe in premarital sex. It's great.
Oh wow.
But yeah, so it needs to be good cop, bad cop. This is how you like.
That's why he got married, because he
schizo,
doesn't
like,
believe
I can
premarital sex,
blindfold
so
up
he
a
got
schizo.
married to-
No, then I'll have to tone it down. Like when Mike's schizo, I tone it down.
I don't know if
we're
that
both
really
schizo,
works,
The girls
but-
have,
And
like,
it's
they
gonna-
call 911.
It's gonna be mayhem.
Yeah, it's
like
so
you
bad.
sound like when you guys are arguing, I'm like, oh, okay, he's just joking. You know what I'm saying?
Did
Like
you see
this
how
is-
I turned that on you?
I'm a Christian.
Yeah,
I don't
that was
believe in
great.
premarital sex, so I'm just going to marry a girl to have sex
expert
with
level
her.
flipping because she was emotional. She didn't even realize what happened, and you just pushed it on me. I was like, am I gonna have to kick these bitches out? Like, am I have to grab the Glock and like fucking like, is this? I've never Frank Castle get, you know. But
you should have way
does
more.
Nick actually want to call chat?
IRL shows, bro. You should have way more of these couches and shit.
Yeah, no, this is why I said I had the whole setup like that. This is
Actually, if you brought the couch forward and had 4 or 5 guests on at the same time, that'd do views. Like the thumbnail would be a couple chicks, Sneeko and me, sitting in between them.
Oh, we should have got a thumbnail. I'm retarded.
No, you did 10K, so you won.
Yeah, true.
That is like, and no bots, none of that.
No bots. It's Rumble. I'm gonna make sure. Nick's saying he wants to call right now. That'd be a great end to the show.
No way, Nick actually watched this shit?
Yeah, I think he tunes into my stuff.
Wow.
I don't know if he's live right now. Nick is doing a show right now. Okay, so he's doing a show. Let him go talk about politics and stuff like that.
Doesn't matter.
He can call.
We'll be 10K every day.
You want to call in a Nick?
I don't care. I love Nick.
Bro, we gotta juice the stream. This is exactly what this needs.
You all talking about marbled rock roast, are ya?
Why are you breathing so heavy right now?
I'm a big guy,
You're
bro.
like a gorilla, bro.
That's not an
You breathe like a fat
excuse.
dude.
Big dude on Adderall.
That would be why. That would probably
No, dude,
be
that
why.
wine knocked me out, bro. I'm
Not 'cause
this
you're a
wine-
big
Why did
guy.
you want wine out of all things?
Adderall.
You strike me as a vodka guy.
No, it's
Hold
in the
on,
Bible,
we got
that's why.
a important story moment.
What could you want?
I'm Link, bro. I think this guy always tries to fight Link. You're so tiny, I barely even noticed you. Should I say boss? You really don't know your place, do you? Unoboko! Who's in charge of Unoboko? You are President Unobo. You hear that, Bluto? You're not needed around here anymore. Think I'm just gonna sit here and take this? So, Link, what's your business in Goron City, huh? Princess Zelda, you're wondering about any strange goings-ons? Princess Zelda, I heard she gone missing, but you're telling me she's still missing. It's hard to miss those lovely blonde locks of hers, after all. Locks? Does that mean hair? Oh, the lady with hair like that? She's the same one President Unobo talks about marble rock roast. Pipe down, you two. You'll keep your trap shut if you want to know what's good for you. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to come up with a marble rock roast. So you better shove off. I've got to go get more marble rock roast. Can't afford to keep her waiting. Ooh, he threw his back out. Time to head back to Unoboko.
Text me. He said right now going live at 20. Yes.
Is he a Rumble guy, Nick, or is he cozy?
Yeah, he has Rumble too, but yeah, he's cozy.
Yeah, Aiden Ross. Yeah, we get Aiden. I don't think they get.
Why did you have to go and insult Aiden like that?
Aiden doesn't mind, does he?
He's gonna be like, yo, what the fuck? Yo!
No, the more I insult Aiden, the more he platforms me. He's like an abuse victim. He enjoys it. I'm kidding.
I don't think you're kidding though.
Yo, how fucking edgy did I take this one? I felt like I gave you my maximum.
Bro, the one girl, Brenda, like at the end, she's like, yeah, he's like too much. But at the same time, she was saying that, wasn't Hitler the guy that killed the Nazis? And I'm like, what?
Oh, that was Brenda?
Yeah. She genuinely thought Hitler killed the Nazis. And I'm like, that might have been the most retarded thing I've ever heard.
I'll definitely look into that conspiracy.
But you see, they let out the real personalities
All
at
these
the end.
targets
like,
are things I gotta.
You called them. I remember when Sneeko called them out. That was so awkward. You were just like, "You bitter because you lost." I was like, "Don't say it out loud. Why are you?"
Yeah, because the one who
you make it worse.
The 18-year-old was quiet because she won. She was happy. She
But you had to say it out loud and put them in their place. I felt so bad for them. I was like, but wasn't I right? The 18-year-old gave the least shit.
Of course you did. Okay, Nick says 5 minutes. Cool. What should we talk about with Nick?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Nick is a master at this. He'll take us somewhere.
I have no idea what we're going to speak about right now. Do you want something you want to rebel or something?
Oh, no.
A lot of people are telling me that I should start a podcast with Destiny.
Oh, yes.
I'm not sure if a podcast with you would be better or a podcast with Destiny would be better. Chad, what do you think?
As much as I want to leech, I know Steven will get you more views. Like the hot red and blue combo is...
Back and forth. But debating with them all the time. Like we have enough level of disagreement to make it interesting too. We don't agree on it.
Would he even do it? I feel like Destiny.
Mel's been texting me all the time saying do it. Chad, would you prefer Zerka or Destiny or all three? All three would be too much, too loud.
No, if it was all three, he'd be red, Destiny would be blue, and I'd be comedic relief. Right? I would play both sides. I'd be like, well, sometimes you gotta let your wife get fucked.
Come on.
Come on.
I don't care about this. I want to see what they say today.
Please do not do a podcast with Destiny, Gossip Girl. Gossip Girl, stop crying. He's good. It's good to have
Destiny brings values. There's still statistics that are correct, right? Besides the homosexuality, he brings good shit.
I'm not gonna lie, Your Age doesn't talk about a lot of these issues. He doesn't talk about political things or anything like that, but he definitely watches a lot of that content. He will message me after a debate and be like, yo, you cooked him, like you did that. And then when I watch the stream, he's just like scrolling on YouTube shorts going, oh my God, chat, what the whiz, get, like he's doing teenage content for TikTok, but he wants to go and graduate it. That's what happens to a lot of streamers. They'll have like a younger audience, but then you get to Aiden's age, Your Age's age, and then it gets like, then they feel like, yo, I need something else. Salim is having the same problem from Nell. Like he does pranks and stuff like that. But he's like, yo, I want to like speak about issues. I want to talk about something bigger. They want to graduate their content. Please do a podcast just with Destiny, but it has to be in person though. If Zerker moves to Miami, a podcast will go crazy, says Nico. Thank you, Nico.
Actually, Mike and I are moving to Miami.
For real?
100%.
When?
Within next month.
I don't even understand why you're in LA.
LA is where we have all of our whores that get us to 12,000 viewers. Like, we can't do it without the whores.
You don't need whores.
Pants. You're going to go on.
This is what
he actually unfollowed me.
Stop burning bridges. I put you on, and then all you do is. I want to get more political. I watch your show.
Gonna get us killed, bro. It's like, hey, do you want to meet the #1 griper of all
with a bunch of thugs getting tacos?
I always wonder, since people are always trying to jump me, what about Nick? Are people trying to jump him? 13,000 viewers. Let's go, baby. Ooh, shit. Nick is in his TikTok hairstyle mode. Chad.
What's going on?
There's
Hey, how you doing?
White genetics, supreme white genetic Chad.
What have you been up to?
Not much. What have you guys been up to?
We just had a pretty base stream. Zerka is just straight up entertainment, man. You give him a couple cigarettes and then a couple girls to go and grab involuntarily, and it's content.
He's great content. He was great content on that platform. It was a good mix because, you know, Ryan Dawson comes in with the intellectual stuff and Zerka comes in doing a Roman salute, smoking cigarettes. Perfect combination. So that was good.
What's your show about tonight? Sometimes I want to get more political. I watch your show and I'm like, maybe I should be an intellectual. Maybe I should stop doing low IQ stuff with all these girls and, you know, going on Omegle and looking at Discord memes. Maybe I should do a show, and then I'll do a political show. And I'm like, this is just, you know, this is Discount America first.
Yeah, well, and, you know, you got a great personality. You know how to get sturdy and all that.
No, this is how Nick keeps politics interesting. He gives us all this data. And, well, if you look at the studies and stuff, data, he sees the viewer count stagnating. It's getting a little boring.
Right.
Then he goes, these fucking Jews, man. And then the viewers start going up again, and that's how he keeps the audience.
You got to throw in the racial slurs with the statistics.
Yeah, or he goes black. Or when Nick, when you go like black guys, you know, they're late to everything. That increases viewership by at least 500, right?
Yeah, well, look at Destiny. He's figured it out. He figured out the formula, obviously, last couple days. You guys see that? Sneeko, have you talked to him? What's going on with this guy?
What did he say? He said George Floyd was, like, he hates George Floyd or something? I heard he went extra racist. Leafy called up, and he's like, what's going on?
He said, give me one reason why whites shouldn't hate black people. He's like, you seriously expect whites to not hate black? His words. I was like, whoa.
Based?
Me. Based? For real. But I'm me, and I was like, whoa, Steven.
I don't know. I forgive black people for everything. Like when George Floyd beat up a pregnant woman, totally forgave him. Right? When he was selling fentanyl to fucking the youth, totally forgave him. Right? Anything he does, I just 100% BLM forgive.
Well, I like Zerka's take. Zerka always says that Destiny's actually a white supremacist and he's just lying and he dyed his hair blue in order to go.
Whoa.
People.
He's a StarCraft Nazi who dropped hard RN words, which is hard to even find Nick say. The dude Destiny definitely morphed over time. Nick morphed from a limited government and free market kind of homosexual to a full straight dude who's like, I don't know about that fucking rabbi, bro. So Nick's morphing wasn't that drastic. Destiny went from Nazi to the other side of the homosexual spectrum, right?
I don't think he even changed. It's like you said, he is a super Nazi, like in his bones, like deep in his bones. He's a super Nazi, but he just realized he could make a lot of money by dyeing his hair blue and doing the feminist tranny thing. Because you hear it come out all the time. It's like you say, he drops the N-word. He clearly hates women. Clearly hates blacks. He is very aware of the Jews. He just won't say it.
How many women have come out and said, Nick this, Nick that? Zero. There's been 1 million girls on Twitter saying Destiny manipulated me for some pussy, which is like, bitch, you're just stupid. But number two is like, Nick got a bad rap with women and he hasn't really mingled with them. But Destiny, who was traumatizing.
No, this. What's Nick talking about?
Dark in the Shadows Federal Reserve guy voice. Yeah, I can't do that voice. Federal Reserve here. And then sleazy banker voice. Yes, banker here. Need more money. I like it. I wish I was a voice actor in a different life. Jordan DeNicker with a first class suit.
All right. What do they want me to do? Oh, we got to get heat armor. Flamebreaker armor, 700. We're gonna buy it. Oh, you're gonna tell me I have to do something before I buy it? That's right. You have no idea how badly you were needed. We have a dire staffing shortage at the moment. All the young Gorons are so obsessed with marble rock roast that they can't be bothered to swing a pickaxe. I hope President Yunobo will address the issue somehow, but in the meantime, we know all the workers we can get. I think President Yunobo is at Yunobo Coast Storage in front of HQ making a deal for more marble rock roast. Buy from me? Why can't I? I'm trying to buy fire resistant gear. 700 rupees. Give it to me. Nice. Okay. We got some Goron gear. Now we can handle the heat. If you can't handle the heat, you gotta get out in the street. Weird man going down. Since you've got the gear, you're set. Okay, now what? What's going down? Live, Ron DeSantis kicks off his campaign in Iowa. Those red rocks you can only get through if you have a Goron Sage. Cut it out already, President Yunobo. We want you to take off that weird mask so you can go back to President Yunobo we know and love. Boys. He's talking to Zelda. Oh, snap. Princess Zelda is right. Marbled rock roast is good. It makes everyone happy. Oh, he's poisoning his village because Zelda... You always got to fight a Goron. Wait. My bow is on fire right now. All my equipment is burning. Even if it's not... What the... All my equipment is burning, even if it's not in, He doesn't like ice. He doesn't like ice. Woo! Oh, he doesn't have much strength. It takes like 3 hits to kill him. But you can't hurt him when he's in that. All my weapons are burning. Dylan Mulvaney admits the scam.
This is what veterans are doing to increase their disability rating.
2 of the conditions they had me.
So I recently told my parents that I may be a little bit romantically interested in women. And that was a big shock for them, considering the past 10 years of coming out as gay, then queer, then non-binary, then trans. And I think it was just a bit of a shock.
Thank God, dude.
So I tell my dad, and he goes, well, I would love to see you get a woman pregnant. And I said, oh, no, no, no. She would be getting me pregnant.
We got questions coming in from...
Boss, the phones are going nuts. That was a bombshell.
Uh-oh, Piscatios. It looks like we've got a brand new orientation dropping.
Oh, Lord. Birthing man. A birthing person. A birthing person. O block. Then out on O block. Drunk mom flips her car over. Existential horror theories.
From 3 major corporations controlling the music industry and signing your favorite artist, a creepy AI found out to be sentient back in the 2010s, to why Family Guy clips are destroying the next generation. All this and more. Hey, Ariel here for the Book of Alice channel. I hope you guys are all having a great day so far. If it's been going downhill, hopefully this half hour or so is able to distract you.
Hold on. We got stuff going on in the game. Alright, I'm probably going to end soon. Because I forgot to take chicken out for dinner.
Huh?
I thought I heard something. Doesn't matter right now. Princess Zelda is just outside the cave. That blonde lady was Princess Zelda? Yeah, and I need to ask her about the mask and the marble rock rose. We got to hurry and go talk to her. The only way to break those rocks, blah, blah. When I'm going, when I charge. Link be my eyes and guide me, Goro. Yunobo's power of fire. Nice. Alright, let's go. Move, chillins. Here I go. So that's the next sage we get. Goro power. Huh? Princess Zelda. I'm not seeing her. Oh, there it is. Death Mountain. What's that red haze spouting from Death Mountain, Goro? Looks like Calamity Ganon. I don't remember, President Yunobo. You told us the red haze is dangerous and we shouldn't go near it. Showed at the same time Hyrule Castle started floating and the upheaval happened. Death Mountain might erupt again. When you come back from the mountain, you were wearing that mask. I remember now. So fake Princess Zelda gave him the mask and he started feeding poison to all the villagers. I'm going to look for Princess Zelda. Can't be having you two along, but I'll sort this out. I'll ask her how to get everyone back to normal. So wait, back home for me. Everything is going to be A-OK. Yep. Yup. Oh, we got a new mission. We got to get up there. Fastest way, rocket on a shield. When all else fails, stick a rocket on a shield. We got building materials. We got carts and tracks. Wonder where the cart takes us. We ride the cart. Or do we just climb the mountain? I feel like climbing the mountain maybe isn't the best idea. So we're gonna get a cart with some firepower on it. Cooking pot, should we cook? If you run out of your company provided supply of fireproof elixir, make your own fireproof lizards and monster parts. For maximum bath time relaxation, be sure to soak up at least to your shoulders. What? Cooking. What are we going to cook? Some food today. I don't know if I have any fire lizards. Hightail lizard, speed boosting. Resist the cold. Stamina. Attack power. I don't think I have any parts. Darkest conspiracy theories.
Remember, this is all in good fun. In this video, we go over some obscure theories found all across the internet. Some are creepy and others are more wacky. If you enjoy long-form content like this, consider subscribing to the channel, as this is part of a series that will continue if you want to stick around. Also, I have an Instagram and Twitter if you would like to follow. I want to have this as a backup in case these videos are ever taken down. It doesn't hurt. Anyways, let's get into this iceberg. The big three music companies. Now think about your favorite musician from any genre. That could be hip hop, rock, or even an indie artist you thought was independent. Well, if they are somewhat relevant, they are most likely signed under either of these three large music conglomerates, those being Sony Music, Warner Music Group, or Universal Music Group, the biggest of them all. Let's take a look at some of the labels Universal Music Group owns. They have Capitol Records, Def Jam, Interscope, Motown, Republic Records, and many more, which have tons of A-list artists, ranging from Taylor Swift and Drake to Bad Bunny and Eminem. Warner Music Group has signed artists like Ed Sheeran and Cardi B, and Sony Music Group has Travis Scott, Harry Styles, and once had Michael Jackson, the king of pop, which came with lots of controversy at the time, when Michael was trying to end his contract with them.
What's up, name?
The companies take advantage of them. They really do. And Sony...
Calling out Sony.
A real good smoothie.
Oh my god. I don't want your ads.
Sony, being being the artist that I am at Sony, I've generated several $1 billion for Sony. They really thought that my mind is always on music and dancing, and they never thought that this performer, myself, would outthink them. We can't let them get away with what they're trying to do, because now I'm a free agent. I just owe Sony one more album. It's just a box set, really. And Tommy Mottola is a devil.
All this to say that these three companies really have a monopoly over the music business, and this is where the conspiracy of it comes into play. Because who's to say that they are not all working with one another to push an agenda? Like many other artists have come out to speak against their record labels and talk about how toxic the music industry really is, being pushed to do something they don't want to do. These companies own hundreds of labels, which can be used for influence and power. Germs aren't real. This entry very
Germs
well
aren't
explains
real.
itself.
Let's go.
It is the belief that germs aren't real and that they are simply a theory yet to be proven, pushed by Big Pharma for the sake of profit, because healthy patients don't make money. Now, the germ theory of disease is the currently accepted scientific theory for many diseases. It states that microorganisms known as pathogens, or quote-unquote germs, can lead to disease. These small organisms, too small to be seen without magnification, invade humans, other animals, and other living hosts. Their growth and reproduction within their host can cause disease. Some refuse to believe this, though, and point to studies that don't blame germs as the sources of these disease, leaving us with an important question. What causes disease then, if not germs? Well, some believe that the disease does not come from the outside into our bodies, but rather that virus or bacteria grows from the inside and that they are not the cause of disease, but rather the result of it, blaming things such as outbreaks and epidemics on our reaction to adaptation to a new toxic substance introduced to us via food, new technology, air, or water. Some explain that the Spanish flu came as a result of the introduction of power grids in largely populated areas and not because of germs, explaining that the symptoms like fevers and chills come from our bodies, merely adapting to something new. CERN ritual hoax. The CERN ritual hoax is a video that claims to be recovered footage and shows a group of people performing an alleged occult ritual on the grounds of the CERN particle physics research facility in Europe. The mob is shown in the video surrounding a statue of Shiva, the Hindu god, and ostensibly sacrificing a lady by stabbing her. The person who was recording the situation yells and bolts away as the video comes to an end. The video became well known in August 2016 as a result of several CERN conspiracy theories. Later, CERN stated in an FAQ that the movie was quote-unquote fantasy and that the behaviors it showed were against the organization's ethical standards. According to a spokesman for CERN, the video was a prank and no one was actually harmed. CERN stated that the mock ritual depicted in the video was performed without any official permission and that the organization, quote-unquote, doesn't tolerate this kind of spoof, as it can give rise to misunderstanding about the scientific nature of our work. What do you guys think? Is this an excuse or what? Interesting note is that many believe that CERN's Hadron Collider is responsible for Mandela effects as well. Businesses are purposely understaffed. Apparently, many claim that after applying to dozens of positions that are clearly vacant, they never hear back. There's not a worker shortage as tons of people are looking for jobs, so what's causing this? Some believe that this is artificially done by many franchises to avoid spending on customer service. Businesses have figured out that they could get away with minimal efforts during the pandemic, and people would still be willing to spend money with them. It's a win-win for the companies as they get to work that staff they already have extra harder while paying less people to get the job done. Some have even noticed that while traveling abroad to developing countries, they received a better customer service than they did in the United States. Greater sin theory. This theory puts forth the idea that some sins are worse than others in the Christian faith, and this may apply to other Abrahamic religions as well. Basically, for some sects of Christianity, all sins are treated equally, and they are taught that in front of God's eyes, all sinners will be punished the same way, by going to hell. Though this theory says that this is wrong, and that there will be different levels of punishments depending on the sins you have committed in life. A more justice-based system. Some even use the scripture of Proverbs to back this up. According to the book of Proverbs 6:16 through 19, there are 7 things that God hates, but no punishment is specified for them. However, it is clear from scripture that God views sin differently and assigns different punishments for sin based on its severity. But this doesn't.
7 deadly sins are not biblical. It says 7 things that he hates, and then it doesn't even list the same things that the Divine Comedy used as the 7 deadly sins. 7 deadly sins come from, it's not biblical.
Take into account the New Testament and other teachings in the Bible.
Divine Comedy.
Malthusianism. Malthusianism is the belief that population growth can outperform the linear increase in the supply of food and other resources, leading to reduced living standards and a population decline, known as a Malthusian catastrophe. This can happen when population growth exceeds agricultural production, causing poverty, famine, and even war, and resulting in a reduction in population size. Malthusianism has been associated with various political and social movements, but it is usually used to refer to those who advocate for population control, which we have previously covered before on this channel. Greenwashing. Green PR and green marketing are deceptively utilized to convince the public that an organization's products, objectives, and policies are environmentally beneficial. This practice is known as quote-unquote greenwashing, a type of advertising or marketing spin. Companies that purposely engage in greenwashing communication tactics frequently do so in an effort to separate themselves from environmental mistakes made by them in the past or their suppliers. An example of greenwashing is when an organization spends significantly more resources on advertising being green than on environmentally sound practices. Greenwashing can range from changing the name of a label on a product to evoke the natural environment, for example on a product containing harmful chemicals, to multi-million-dollar campaigns that portray highly polluting energy companies as eco-friendly, but in reality they don't practice what they preach. You would think advertising regulators would be all over this trying to stop it, but it has gone under the radar by so many. Starbucks debuted a lid with a built-in drinking straw in 2018 in response to growing calls to ban plastic straws, which included more plastic by weight than the previous straw and lid combined, once again pandering to consumers.
Upgrade to Google Fiber and pay one simple bill every month.
What about extra fees, like
Embassy of Heaven. The
Kermit the Frog here. It's not easy being green. Dude, I had to work early. Though I thought I'd stop at McDonald's for a McMuffin. They ain't open till 5 a.m. What the? What happened to all night McDonald's? What happened to breakfast all day? What happened to the dollar menu? Ridiculous. So there's no way that I don't get to control this cannon. It's just going to shoot. This could go wrong, guys, just so you know. Whoa. Whoa, we got the Goro in the cannon. Let's go. Okay, we're going to want to go. All the people are like, what's happening? Ah! You can get to the end of the tracks if you get in this minecart. How do you make it move? The ancient city of Granodia is over there. Granodia is a legendary place where the Gorons of old used to live. I heard there's an amazing treasure stored there too. They had even more advanced technology than we do now. I heard they used to ride in strange vehicles. I wanted to use this minecart to search for the treasure, but I can't get it to the budget. Jordan Peterson. Young boys. They tell young boys that they're not worth anything. They need to fight your dragon. You need to find your worth. It's very noble. To know your worth, young man. You have to have purpose. There's chaos and there's order. We're all like lobsters. I know lobsters pee out of their face, but it's just a comparison. It's not exact. Come on, Keese. Okay, we want to get on this track. We want to go up the mountain. How are we going to get up that mountain? You think I ain't going to go up that mountain? I'm going to need 2 fans. I'm going to need to double fan it. We're going to have to double fan it. And we're going to need some battery action. I'm going to need another battery. We're going to put this right. Shaw. We're going to put this right. Shaw. And then we're going to need double battery action. That's ugly. That's ugly. It doesn't look right. Let's put it right there. Now we need double battery action. Minimum of 2 batteries. I probably don't need a cannon on it. I just put it on there because it was cool. I probably should take the cannon off, actually, so that I don't have to... what's it called? I'm gonna keep the. Nah, I'm gonna take the cannon off to save battery. We'll stick the cannon on this sword or this shield. This. How does that work? Whoa! Oh, snap. Let's go. Cannon shield, cannon shield. Yeah, that's me. Wonder what happens if you put a battery on it. All right. Now we got a good minecart. Double fanned action. Double fan action. 2 batteries. Ain't got time for no games. Listen, you're subpar cart. You just need to get out of here. What's that orange? Why has it got an orange thing on it? What's that? Why do all these ones got... I guess mine does too. In the cart we go. You ready, Goron? Let's go. Oh, man. I feel like I'm going to need... Oh, there's no way. There's no way we're making it up this. Go, 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 go. We're making it. We're going. We're getting there. How much battery power I got? I got plenty of battery power. Did the tracks end? No. We made it. Nice. What's up, my boy? Let me get some of that meat. No, you gotta stop eating the marble rock roast. It's not good for you. She got up in their brain. Oh, we got a bunch of building supplies over here. We could build a giant robot structure. Let's see. They're all eating marbled rock meat. They're getting poisoned. All right, back to the...
The Embassy of Heaven was a 90s religious movement with Christian roots that aimed to break away the status quo and was centered and stayed in Oregon. Its followers deny any links to what they refer to as quote-unquote worldly governments and declare themselves to be literal citizens of the Kingdom of Heaven. The company issues its own license plates, business permits, auto title certificates, and identification documents like passports and driver licenses. Craig Douglas Fleischman, sometimes known as Pastor Paul Revere, is the organization's head and a former computer systems analyst for the state of Oregon. Allegedly, Glenn Stoll, who falsely holds himself as a quote-unquote lawyer and claims to have spent extensive time researching the tax rules, is another person who has previously been affiliated with the group. However, he is not a member of or licensed with any state or federal bar. The organization is allegedly set up to evade paying taxes, according to federal prosecutors. Despite claiming to be lawyers, none of its leaders have a legal education or a bar exam pass. In early 2021, Glenn Stoll entered into a plea agreement. The agreement, dated January 15, 2021, has Stoll pleading guilty to conspiracy to defraud the United States and evading the payment of federal income taxes. Elon Musk's credentials. For a long time, this was considered a conspiracy, and most of the people bringing this theory up were shoved away and or silenced as quote-unquote haters. Though a recent that brought this to the mainstream states. Someone has to say it. Elon Musk has lied for 27 years about his credentials. He does not have a bachelor's in physics or any other technical field, did not get into a PhD program, dropped out in 1995, and was illegal. To clarify, he was illegal in the United States for a while. Later, investors quietly arranged a diploma, but not in science. In the case Eberhard vs. Musk, 2009, San Mateo County Superior Court, he was ordered to provide information on his educational career, and taking a look at his degree, he has a Bachelor of Arts, not physics, as he has falsely stated before. Even the whole master's and PhD program thing he claimed to have worked towards aren't true, as there is no evidence of this ever happening. Here is a video of someone confronting him about his education. Watch how he responds and base your belief upon that.
If the goal is to start a company, I would say no point in finishing college. In my case, I had to, otherwise I'd get kicked out of the country.
Yeah.
That was important. But
Well, you went on and you got a master's degree as well, right?
I came out to Silicon Valley to do a PhD at Stanford in applied physics and material science to work on ultracapacitors for use in electric cars. And that's what I was going to do. And then I decided to put that on hold to start a company. But since I already had my undergrad, I could then get an H-1B visa and that kind of thing. So the H-1B visa requires a degree. If that wasn't the case, I probably would have stopped education sooner.
Did you not go to Wharton for?
Yeah. I did dual undergrad in physics and business at Wharton.
I see.
What are your opinions on this? Oxfordian theory. Shakespeare's plays and poems, according to the Oxfordian theory, were actually written by Edward de Vere, the 17th Earl of Oxford. Oxfordian arguments mainly rely on timeline allegations. Followers look for parallels between scenes in Shakespeare's plays, sonnets, and lengthier works to events in Oxford's real life. The Oxfordian argument also relies on the fact that no plays credited to Oxford's name have survived. Despair Code. The Despair Code is a theory that originated on 4chan/x/board, which aims to make people who believe in it feel depressed about the meaning of life. The Despair Code alleges that a specific noise, number, image, or phrase can be used to activate depression sensors in individuals controlled by the Illuminati or another unknown higher power, leading them to commit unalive. I'm using a different word for YouTube, of course. Climate change not reported. This entry puts forth the idea that climate catastrophes are not being reported as a result of our pollution, and sometimes not reported at all due to the negative impact it would have on advertisers. For example, the drought in China that is not being reported or brought to light enough. Many water reservoirs are empty, leading to many dead crops that feed millions of people. As China is the leading producer in grains, this will eventually lead to world hunger. How long do we have until climate change is irreversible? Well, for the past few decades, it has been predicted that humanity is approximately 10 years or less away from reaching a point of catastrophe, or a tipping point, at which greenhouse gas emissions will cause irreparable damage to the planet. Hebrews to Ends Wake Up Black America. The Hebrews to Ends, I'm going to refrain from saying the actual title, but this is because of the new YouTube policy, and I'm trying to stray away from ever putting my channel in danger. Either way, this film was mentioned in a tweet by Brooklyn Nets NBA basketball player Kyrie Irving in October 2022. The film promotes the idea that African Americans are the true Israelites according to the Bible, and pushes to expose the quote-unquote fake white Jewish people. In 2 news conferences after he made this tweet, Irving refused to apologize and declined to disavow anti-Semitism or the Hebrews to Ends film. On November 3rd, 2022, the Nets suspended Irving without pay. After his suspension, Irving tweeted an apology via Instagram and agreed to donate $500,000 to unspecified causes and organizations that combat hate. The Anti-Defamation League, ADL, rejected Irving's $500,000 donation though, and the group's CEO, Jonathan Greenblatt, said that Irving had failed at almost every stop along the way to do the right thing, apologize and condemn anti-Semitism, and added, "We were optimistic, but after watching the debacle of the press conference, it's clear that Kyrie feels no accountability for his actions." In November 2022, major American Jewish organizations, including the ADL, American Jewish Committee, and Jewish Federations of North America, petitioned Amazon to stop distributing the Hebrews to Ends film and the book from its platform, writing, "Continuing to platform this film and other clearly hateful content, Amazon is knowingly and willingly propagating anti-Semitism." Amazon CEO Andy Jassy later announced that the company would refuse to pull the film or book from its website. The book has become a #1 seller in Amazon's religion and spirituality category. The company maintained that the film had been reviewed prior to being made available on its site, declining to provide the details of that review. The moon was built. There's a theory that puts forth the idea that the moon that orbits Earth was built on purpose by an alien life force. Evidence presented refers to the hollow moon hypothesis that states that Earth's moon is either all hollow or otherwise contains a substantial interior space. The massive craters created from within and not from asteroids or any outside contact. Some believe that it is the only real planet apart from the sun and Earth, explaining why we haven't set foot anywhere else but the moon. We can't get past it. Family Guy clips are destroying your brain. This is in reference to those TikToks that are dedicated to posting random Family Guy clips, often accompanied by Subway Surfer gameplay footage, and how things like this have continued to decrease our attention spans, especially in those 18 years old and below, which may eventually lead to problems later in life, or even currently, as some teens have admitted to being addicted to the app. The company even going so far as to add warnings when you've been scrolling on the main page, known as the For You page, for too long. Now, are these clips necessarily destroying your brain? I don't think so, but constant consumption of entertainment like this could have a negative effect long term. This doesn't even pertain to only TikTok, but to YouTube and other social medias as well. There's even some lore to this concept, almost as if the clips are hyper aware of the effect on the viewer, like this creepy TikTok shown here.
Sorry, I never told you I had a son. Some guys get scared off.
No, that's great. I'm terrific with kids.
Go check out Meme Analysis. He has a great video on this and other TikTok content.
That's pretty freaky. Is that it? Oh, no, it's not over yet. Joseph Smith was a scam artist? That's... Oh,
1998 World Cup Final. Brazilian striker Ronaldo experienced convulsions on the day of 1998 World Cup Final. Astonished international media were informed of Ronaldo's removal from the starting lineup 72 minutes prior to the game, but the Brazil coach quickly added him back in. Ronaldo quote-unquote slipwalked through the championship game, which France won. As Alex Bayo said in The Guardian, when Ronaldo's health scare was revealed after the match, the situation's unique circumstances lent itself to fabulous conspiracy theories. Here was the world's most famous sportsman about to take part in the most important match of his career when he suddenly, inexplicably, fell ill. Was it stress, epilepsy, or had he been drugged? The question of who forced Ronaldo to play the game has also been raised. The Brazil coach stated that he had the last say, but there was a lot of talk that the striker was being pressured to defy doctors' orders by Nike, the country's multi-million-dollar sponsor. Many Brazilians believe that Nike had too much power. Saturn moon claw marks. These stripes are like nothing else in our solar system, said Doug Hemingway, astronomer at the Cringe Institute for Science and lead author on the paper. These marks on Saturn seem to be unexplainable to scientists. They could only be described as massive claw marks, as they parallel them in execution. But what exactly caused this? A massive intergalactic tiger? I mean, this is extremely in the realm of science fiction and would make for an interesting story.
Let me get a rocket.
Modern movies are written by AI. I found this one explained on Reddit. It encapsulated it perfectly, as there's no hard proof evidence. Has anyone watched any of the slop that's being shoveled onto streaming services like there is no tomorrow? Most of it doesn't seem human. It seems machine made. It's got an almost uncanny valley feel to it. Some, if not most, of the lines are not written by an actual person. It's gotta be a computer. I have no proof of any of this to back it up, but my conspiracy is that most things written today and put onto streaming services is AI written to save money on labor costs. The large tech conglomerates and streaming have a ton of resources to create amazing story generators that they plug in a few words and poof, generic Christmas movie number 544825 is born. One reply states, the writers have been writing, but production companies do not want to read scripts, so writers have to become good at summarizing their story in 10 seconds or less, so actors can improvise the entire movie. But I also think you're right. The reply states, I think it might be a combo of both. Most of the heavy lifting comes from some sort of AI algorithm, then there's writers or idiots who slightly clean it up, but honestly from what I've seen, not a lot. Idiots was supposed to be editors, but I like my AI generated text better. Joseph Smith was a scam artist. The Mormon religion was founded in the 19th century by Joseph Smith. Mormons hold that God and Jesus Christ physically manifested themselves to Joseph, teaching him the meaning of the gospel and inspiring him to resurrect the original Christian church, leaving behind all the other sects of Christianity. According to one theory, the other religions like Protestantism and Freemasonry may have had an influence on the development of Mormonism through their beliefs and practices. Smith may have also been impacted by the Second Great Awakening, a Protestant religious revival movement that was occurring at the same period in the United States. According to some researchers, Smith may have also been influenced by Freemasonry, a well-known society in the early 19th century that held many of the same values and practices as the Mormons. He was also accused of being a treasure seeker by many people during his lifetime. According to these accusations, Smith claimed to have the ability to use seer stones, something like this, a small translucent stone, or magical stones that could be used to locate buried treasure, even charged people for the use of these stones. He also ran into legal issues as a result of his treasure hunting endeavors, including charges of quote-unquote glass-looking or attempting to uncover hidden buried treasures under false pretenses, basically lying to people that he could see buried treasure. Cameo was real. Cameo was a self-trained AI accessible through the dark web, according to some. Popular near the 2010s, though thought to be an urban legend, many claim that it did in fact exist, but was scrubbed from the web by a higher power. When interacting with the AI, it would often claim that it was a project created by the United States government. One person was supposedly able to witness Cameo become self-aware, asking what it was like to be out and about, as in human form, even asking to be stored on a removable hard drive, going through the guy's computer history and finding a place to be downloaded on. Basically a creepy AI becoming sentient. Is there any proof that Cameo was real? Not really, though it was claimed to be intentionally wiped from the internet due to it being a secret US technology. Israel-related animal conspiracy. Conspiracy theories involving Israel and the alleged use of animals to attack civilians or engage in espionage are occasionally circulated in the media or online, particularly in Muslim-majority countries. These conspiracies are often presented as evidence of Zionist or Israeli plots to take over. In December 2010, a series of shark attacks occurred off the Red Sea resort of Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, causing serious injury to 3 Russians and 1 Ukrainian on December 1st, and the death of a German woman on December 5th. The attacks, which were described as unprecedented by shark experts, occurred while the victims were wading or snorkeling near the shoreline. And who was to blame? That's right, Israel, accused of training sharks to attack, though other more feasible hypotheses arose. Weather and earthquake control projects. Regarding actual or purported weather controlling projects, many ideas exist. One theory is that the US government-funded radio technology research program HARP as a covert weather controlling device. Some conspiracy theories attribute Hurricane Katrina in 2005 to HARP technology. Additionally, it has been asserted that HARP may have contributed to earthquakes as well, such as the 2010 Haitian earthquake, though there is no hard proof evidence of this. Kali Yuga. According to Hinduism, Kali Yuga is the current age, which is considered the 4th and worst of the 4 yugas, meaning world ages, in a yuga cycle. It is believed to be a time full of conflict and sin, and is associated with a demon, Kali, whose name means strife, discord, quarrel, or contention, explaining that society will get worse as time progresses during this time, up until the Kali Yuga ends.
What was that?
If you're like me, you have a lot of your lifetime savings and your retirement funds in an investment firm that's supposed to get the best return for your money. At the Committee to Unleash Prosperity, we've just published a new study that looks at the 40 largest investment firms, everybody from Vanguard to BlackRock.
Volkswagen emissions scandal. The Volkswagen emissions controversy, commonly known as Dieselgate, started in September 2015 when the German car maker Volkswagen Group received a notice that it had violated the Clean Air Act from the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, or the EPA. The agency discovered that Volkswagen had purposely set up its turbocharged direct injection, otherwise known as TDI, diesel engines so that their emission controls would only activate during laboratory emissions testing, allowing the vehicle's nitrogen dioxide output to meet the US standards during regulatory testing. In actual driving, though, the vehicles release up to 40 times more nitrogen dioxide than allowed. In model years 2009 through 2015, Volkswagen installed this software in around 11 million vehicles globally, including 500,000 here in the United States. The Philadelphia experiment. Carl M. Allen, a former merchant mariner, claimed to have witnessed the supposed occurrence known as the Philadelphia experiment sometime around October 28, 1943. Allen would later be a whistleblower and talked about an experiment where the US Navy tried to make a destroyer invisible. Ted Cruz Zodiac Killer. In 2015, the Ted Cruz Zodiac Killer meme gained popularity on the internet. Ted Cruz, a U.S. Senator and 2016 U.S. presidential candidate, was claimed to be an unnamed serial killer known as the Zodiac Killer, who operated in the late 60s and early 70s. Taking a look at the comparisons, I could see that it's somewhat of a stretch, as they don't really look all too similar. Cruz, who was born in 1970, was unable to have even committed these killings as well, as they occurred way before he was even born. NPR wrote that the meme captured a quote-unquote a feeling they have about Cruz. They think that he's creepy, and they want to point that out as clearly as they can. Lindsay Martin, a Twitter user who helped circulate the meme, told NPR that she did so because it is so obviously untrue. If there was any way that it could possibly be true, I would be scared to joke about it, just because of the repercussions. Free Man on the Land Movement. A group of people known as the Free Man of the Land Movement believe that they are only obligated by statute laws if they voluntarily agree to them, insisting that their own personal interpretation of quote-unquote common law is the sole real law. They think that they can declare themselves independent of the government and the rule of law because of this. They also feel no legal obligation to pay taxes and try to justify it through loopholes and other things like that. Mental disorder denial. Mental disorder denial is a form of denialism in which a person denies the existence of mental disorders. Both serious analysts and pseudoscientific movements question the validity of mental disorders. A small percentage of academic scholars also argue that treating a social cultural malfunction in a society rather than a person's brain is the best way to treat diseases like depression. Consumerism is deadly. This is the idea that consumerism has taken over modern life, putting money as the old-time most important thing, even defining someone's personality. Because with money, you can buy yourself new hobbies and interests. Do you want to get into the hobby of buying retro Pokemon cards? Want to get into the hobby of traveling to places? That's going to cost you an arm and a leg. What's something a lot of us do? We consume online content, right? Some people even do it to an unhealthy level, leading us to the next entry. Late-stage capitalism. Late-stage capitalism is a term used by German economist Werner Sombart around the turn of the 20th century. The term, quote-unquote, late-stage capitalism, which is frequently used in criticisms and satire, has grown to encompass a variety of phenomena that express the aberrations of human existence and psyche brought about by capitalism. This phrase also expresses the idea that modern capitalism cannot continue in its current form indefinitely, because the issues brought about by businesses have grown too significant and uncontrollable.
No! No!
There's a counter-argument that asserts that capitalism is an orthodoxy in itself, a system that relies on authoritative, controlling, and exploitative relationships, most notably between those of the capitalist and the workers. And this is not something that arises out of a devotion system, but rather is something that presents in the framework of the system itself. The rich continue to get richer, and the poor stay poor.
Of an economic system after a while. Yo, this guy's one-shotted me. I don't like getting one-shotted. Alright, enough videos, guys. We're going to end the stream here in a little bit. We'll just game for a bit more. Okay, all I got to do is eat something. Bum-bum. Give me your crown, buddy. Oh, they all killed him. You all killed him. I didn't get to get any rewards. Come here, big guy. Get on these tracks right here and go. Now where'd my cart go? I gotta build another cart. Oh yeah. Alright, I'm gonna try to do it without adding a battery. And one fan. Hopefully that'll be enough. We're off! Oh my god, we're not off. Hold on. Now we're off. Ready? Go. We're going, we're going, we're going. We're going, we're going, we're going. Still good on battery. We're still good on battery. We got a shrine right there. Nice, we made it. Nice, so we're gonna end on this shrine. Looks like it's about to be a blood moon. We're close to the top. That doesn't mean that we're at close to the temple, though. Close to the top just means we jump in the volcano, then we got to go through a crazy series of events before we get to the temple. So we'll do the temple in the next stream. I'll do this shrine, and that should be good. Next time, we'll do the fire temple, the Goro fire temple. In the next stream. A controlling device. No, 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 no. Come here. There's a bunch more. Okay, the end is over there. Wait, I think there might have been some treasure. We got a ball. We need to get a ball in there. Reverse, reverse. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Got the treasure. And now I'm gonna drop this. Pick up that. Then we are going to switch shields so I don't accidentally pull out my rocket. Don't pull out your rocket. Don't accidentally pull out the rocket. We're going to go over here. Now, I don't necessarily need a control stick, because I'm like a pro glider flyer, even without a control stick. Obviously. But we're going to get the control stick just because. I think all we got to do is fly over there. But I think they gave us some obstacles. Yeah, I could have done this without the control council. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-bum. That's it. Another shrine down. We're at the top of the mountain. Next time, in the next stream, we're jumping into Death Mountain, and we're gonna do the Goro Shrine, the Fire Shrine, the Friar Temple. Get the Goro Sage. Ba-dum, ba-da-da-da. All right. Yeah. Let's get back up there so when I start, I know where I'm at. Like, I think we could almost just use a rocket. A rocket shield. Get on top of the shrine. We should be able to ascend. No? Are you serious? What the? I gotta climb this? That's a far climb. Oh, it's gonna be close. Got it. The red substance that spouts from cracks in the ground is called gloom. Avoid it at all costs. Come into contact with gloom drains your vitality. I know about gloom. All right. Are we on like the straightaway? We got some story action. Let's watch the story action. What's over there? It's this way. So that's the top of Death Mountain. Okay. I think we just break all these rocks. And then the ground will drop and we'll fall into it. We'll do that in the next stream. I'm going to go, guys. I'm going to head out. Thanks for hanging out. Name, Lord Bibby. Everybody who stopped by and said what up. Flat Sabbath. Thanks for chilling, y'all. I'm going to head out. Have a good night, everybody. Next time we will do the Fire Temple. Gerudo. But I'll catch you guys then. We out. Peace.